turn it on, I think. Hey, can you hear me back at the station?
Yeah.
I think we are ready to go. How are we sounding on your end? Testing, 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 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
It's not too loud, is it? Touchdown.
No, y'all are loud and clear. Everything's good.
All right,
Thank
fantastic. Well, whenever you guys are ready, you can start the intro, and we'll be ready to go.
You can. Throws it out. They're big boys too, man.
He's an athlete.
We got fun and games. How was San Diego?
It was good. It was quick. Rode jet ski all over San Diego Bay and all up down through there. Man, it was a good time.
I'm just glad he got a flight back in.
I was glad we didn't get shot by this little Navy boat with a machine gun. And told me to get away from their ships.
Here?
Yeah. Can you guys still hear us back at the station? Are we ready for the intro?
Oh, yes, I seen that. I seen you putting tape on the floor. Safety guy. It's just instant, yeah. You're trying to do the right thing at all time, huh?
And if the station is talking back to us, I'm not hearing you. Are you guys ready to do the intro?
Check, check. Can you hear me?
I do
Yes,
hear
ma'am,
you
we hear you
now.
now.
Yes.
Okay, you have 15 seconds.
All right.
Oh, that's good.
And you are loud and clear on the stream also.
Awesome.
Three, 2, 1, go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final regular season home football game here at Eunice Cardinal Stadium. Wow, I can't believe how quickly this season has come and gone. Tonight, it's senior night here in Eunice as the 4-3 Eunice Cardinals will host 4-1 district foe, the Hagerman Bobcats. This week, it's Hagerman. Next week, Eunice travels to Loving for the last regular season game of the season, and then it's playoff time. We're to the end already.
Already, huh?
Yep. I'm Jimmy Jones, alongside my awesome team of Recindo Caballero on the mic and
Hello,
Charlie
hello.
Fairbrush on the camera here for the No Mark Broadcast Network. Tonight's game can be heard live on 103.7 FM KPZA. It can also be viewed at hobbsamerica.com by clicking on the Cardinal or at the Eunice Sports YouTube page. Welcome, Recindo and Charlie.
Hello, hello, sir. How you doing?
Doing well, doing well.
Welcome back from Cali.
It was a crash, fast, hurry up, get back trip, but we left San Diego this morning. It was warm and sunny, landed in Denver. There was snow on the ground, and here we are. So it's been quite a day. Let's start tonight with a recap of last week. The Cardinals team hosted Jow in a battle of number 1 versus number 2. It was a back-and-forth slugfest between two heavyweight champions. Jow hit Eunice with an overhand right. Eunice was against the rope early, 6-0. However, Eunice may have been playing rope-a-dope as they battled back and led 20-6 by the end of the first quarter. The score remained that way most of the second quarter until Jow scored late. A long snap later sailed over into Eunice territory as Eunice was attempting to punt on 4th and long. Jow took advantage and scored. As time expired in the half, the two teams went into the half tied at 20-20, a huge momentum shift. Jow continued that momentum as the second half started, recovering an onside kick, and then took no time punching the ball into the end zone for their first lead of the half, and held that lead all the way till late in the game. Jow kept that lead, like I said, most of the second half before the Cardiac Cardinals came back to life, tying the game late in the fourth. Jow scored again and converted a 2-point conversion. Eunice marched quickly down the field, punching it into the end zone with less than 2 minutes remaining. The 2-point conversion failed, leaving the Cardinals 2 points behind Jow as they attempted an onside kick, weren't able to get it, and then the clock eventually struck 00, Jow leading by 2 at the end of regulation. Jow has now moved into the number 1 spot in the 2A football in both the coaches and the Max Preps polls. Eunice is currently sitting in the 2 spot in the coaches poll and 3 spot in the Max Preps polls. So currently Jow is number 1. You've got undefeated Tularosa and Eunice alternating in the 2 different polls at 2 and 3. Texaco sitting at number 4, Capitan at 5. And there are still just a couple of weeks remaining here in the regular season, but it looks to me like it's highly likely the playoff bracket will match up in some sort of fashion of what we just talked about. I think, Jow most likely will go in as the number 1 seed. I think it's going to be a battle between Eunice and Tularosa, depending on the points and the criteria for that 2 and 3 seed. And then Texaco will likely be the 4 seed if things play out like they are right now. So that means Jow and Texaco would likely face each other in the semis. And it's got the makings of a possible matchup of, I hate to couch your chickens before they hatch, but it's got the makings of a possible Eunice versus Jow state championship game.
That would be a great game to watch.
It sure would. It sure would. So with that said, for Hagerman this week, they come into this game ranked in the top 10 in both polls. This team is big. They're very athletic. They've got a very athletic quarterback that is a track phenom. This is last year's district champs in track, and most of these athletes are back from that district championship last year in track. They also went on to finish 3rd in the state track meet and were very competitive up there. Most of these youngsters are back, so they're very athletic. I would say Eunice is definitely the favorite here tonight, but make no mistake about it, this team has some firepower. Last week, the Bobcats had a huge win, 45-6 over Loving. This Bobcat team also has wins this season over tough teams such as New Mexico Military Institute, Clayton, Mescalero. They've had a single-digit loss to number 5 ranked Capitan. Like I said, make no mistake about it, this Hagerman team is not a pushover. They will compete here tonight, and they have got some athletes. Tonight's also senior night, as we mentioned earlier. I want to go over some season stats for this team. Conacher Pierce currently has nearly 1,400 passing yards on the season. The senior quarterback is 86 for 156, completing just under 60% of his passing attempts. Sean Stinson appears to be the season favorite target for Pierce. He's caught 20 passes this year. George Ortega and Micah Tippett each have 19 catches on the year. Tippett leads the team in receiving yards and receiving touchdowns. Ashton Thompson is just behind Tippett by 1 touchdown. On the ground, Tippett is the clear rushing leader. He has just under 700 yards rushing on the season. He has 7 rushing touchdowns on the season. Conacher Pierce had the most rushing attempts on the season. He's also tied with the most rushing touchdowns. He's carried the ball 101 times this season for just over 400 yards. He's averaging about 4 yards per carry every time he takes off. Zeke Benton has another offensive weapon for this team that has been injured most of the season, but he was back last week. We saw a couple of glimpses of what he's capable of. The senior has some wheels, and he's very capable of putting up huge numbers. I'm waiting on him to have that breakout game, and maybe that's tonight. On defense, this team is anchored by 6'3" senior Ovi Ontiveros. This senior leads the team in tackles for loss. He leads the team in sacks. George Ortega, Jonathan Caballero, Julius Woods, Brandon Trevino, Antonio Granados are just a few of the other players who we often call their names here on the defensive side of the football. The Cardinals are coached by Greg Jackson. Jackson's in his 3rd season here in Eunice. Assistant coaches include Bob Reed as the defensive coordinator, Pat Crowley, Kyle Kemple, Gary Frazier, and Tyler Almaguer. Those are the assistants. So you're listening to Eunice Cardinal Football here on the Knollmark Broadcast Network, KPZA 103.7. We're getting ready for the national anthem. We'd like to send it back for a word from our sponsor for 2 minutes.
If everybody arrives, gentlemen, take off your hats. We'll have the singing of the national anthem by Miss J.D. Early, the Mitty George Elementary School teacher. Welcome everybody to the game tonight between Hagerman Bobcats and your Eunice Cardinal.
Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Eunice Cardinal Stadium. I'm not sure if we're back on the radio or not. For some reason, I'm not hearing.
I did not hear neither as well.
I'm not hearing responses back.
We're not back on the radio. We're probably like 30 seconds short if we're not on the radio yet.
Okay.
I started the timer.
15 seconds.
All
Okay.
right, fantastic.
She's like, y'all can't hear me.
10, 5, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to beautiful Eunice Cardinal Stadium, a stadium that is ranked in the top 50 in the country for small school football stadiums in the United States. Just a wonderful place. I often talk about it, but just over to our right, you've got our baseball stadium, which is a magnificent place, very, very neat stadium. Have schools from all over Texas that meet here sometimes during the playoffs to play on this field because of the the really neat facility. Just to the west of us, we've got our elementary, which is less than 10 years old, just a amazing facility of its own. Right beside that, we've got the Lady Cardinal softball field, which is less than probably 10, 15 years old itself. Yeah. It's a really neat facility. And then farther west of that is the almost finished middle school here in Eunice. We just have some amazing facilities. And then over to our left toward Dairy Freeze, they're getting ready to break ground and start cleaning up over there on the old John Hendricks property and start a new gymnasium, which is going to be neat.
The Taj Mahal?
Taj Mahal. That's what some people are calling it. I'm excited. They call this place when they first started building it Jerry's World. So I'm excited to see a Taj Mahal for basketball. I want to make sure we shout out to our sponsors, Parker Energy, Brett and Penny Parker, Devon Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, the City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, Redbird Gas. I want to make sure we, thank you guys. Without you, we could not do this. A couple other things that I wanted to say before we get up and running this morning or this afternoon is I want to thank those folks that listen to us. Over the last week specifically, I've had messages from Lovington football fans, Hobbs football fans, people in other states that have said, hey, you know what, we've listened in the past. We haven't enjoyed it. It's more of an entertaining thing now with you guys up there. We enjoy the kind of the comedy, and you guys make it fun. You make it interesting. You talk about old times here in Eunice and some of the old teams, and you know, the players from the past, and different folks here in the community, and for those that aren't able to be here, you know, they've expressed to me how much they enjoy it. On the flip side of that, I know that sometimes our comedy, you know, steps on a few toes, and we hurt a few feelings here and there. I will tell you this: it's never our intention. It's definitely not. I try to make this like, for me, what I told Rosendo is I wanted this to be something like we're sitting up here. He and I are sitting on the love seat at the house, or the lazy boy recliners. We're watching a football game and giggling and talking and having a conversation. And so
and painting them a picture so they can see the game than what we're seeing.
Yeah, making it fun, making it entertaining. I've had coaches say that they go back and listen to our games just for a laugh and really think it's entertaining. So we appreciate you guys that listen. And once again, we apologize if we hurt some feelings. Hagerman is set to kick off. I will tell you this: Hagerman team is athletic. They've got a quarterback that's a flat-out athlete. Here goes the kickoff. They're kicking it toward Jow. It's a high, deep kick, taken at about the 10-yard line by Mata. He's all the way out to the 25, gets knocked down about the 27. So a pretty nice run back there. I believe that's Mata, isn't it? Yeah.
15-1-5, yes, sir.
Yes. So Mata with the return, he takes it all the way out to, we'll call it the 28-yard line.
And Hagerman's going to be fast. We're going to have a fast defense, as you can tell. I made a comment about being track stars.
Yes. And they've got some size up front, too. I mean, those aren't little guys.
It's going to be a good competitive game.
Yes, it is. So Eunice is in the shotgun. Conager Pierce, Micah Tippett in the backfield. They've got 2 wide to the right, 2 wide to the left. Here goes the snap. They run this little cutback trap. Tippett's to the 40, the 45, the 50, the 45 on the other end, the 30, 25, and he's knocked out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So the first play from scrimmage is a huge one for Tippett.
That's a good run by Tippett. He's seen that home and just ran for daylight.
You know,
that's a good run.
I saw him run that play a few times against Jow and had some success with it, and Ovi even came home talking about it. And that play right there looked really good. So
that's a good way to start off, too.
Yeah, for sure. Eunice has got the ball, 1st and 10, trips right, 1 wide to the left. Pierce and Tippett in the backfield. They're going to hand it to Tippett again, almost the same play. This time was just a straight little handoff lead to the left. It looked to me like he might have got back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to make it 2nd and 10.
I think he gave him 1.
So ball spotted. We'll call it the 19.5-yard line. And Cardinals back to the line of scrimmage. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Pierce and Tippett in the backfield. Calling out the signs. Here's the snap. He's looking down the field. He's got a man open, and it goes through the hands
of Ashton Thompson.
That ball went right through his fingers.
It was kind of thrown to his back shoulder. He had to adjust on the fly, so it was kind of
that turned around, deflected off his hand. So that's going to make it 3rd, and we'll call it 9.5.
And once again, this is the same thing last game. 1 good run, 2 bad plays.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pearson Tippett. Here goes rolling out to the right. He's got a man open. He throws it into the end zone. Touchdown. Is
number
that
10.
Zeke Benton with the touchdown? That may be his first touchdown of the year after his comeback.
I think it's his second. He got one last game.
Okay. You know what?
We got that.
Yes. So Zeke Benton with the touchdown there. He ran that little deep slant pattern or like a post pattern. And kind of a skinny post.
And he was covered pretty good, too. I was bare hands right there. You did a good job on him.
Pierce fired it in there, and he was able to grab it. So with 11:10 remaining in the first quarter, Eunice gets on the board first. It's now 6-0.
And this is where we have struggled right here.
So here comes the extra point attempt. It's up, and it looked really good.
Yes. That was beautiful.
And it is good.
I had a way to start off, boys.
So that's Little Woods punches that one through like he's done it, his whole life and did it perfect. I mean, that was a great kick there by Woods.
It was a good kick on this nice cold night, and the wind's blowing that way too.
Yeah, it is. While we've got a second, we'll talk about this temperature. We've got some wind. It's kind of gusty at times. It's I think the forecast shows it could, I think it's supposed to get down in like the low 40s tonight.
39, I believe.
Yes. So I was noticing game time was supposed to be in the low to mid 50s, and by the end of the game we're looking in the 40s. So it's cool out here, and you know, it's definitely late season football weather.
It's good football weather.
So Eunice is going to set up here for the kickoff. Woods will be the kicker. He's got the ball spotted on the left hash at the 40-yard line.
And the way Hagerman set up, they've seen film on the way we kick. You see how everybody on that side?
Yeah. I would look for that little pooch. There it is. He kicks that little pooch. Hagerman's going to call the fair catch. So that's going to give the ball to Hagerman right about the 40-yard line.
That's a good job on Hagerman fielding that ball that good, huh? Fielding it clean.
Yeah, you can tell, like you said, they've been coached on what to do there. That young man right there immediately signaled for the fair catch, and that kills the ball at that point. So, I mean, that's what you do on that. Unless you've practiced that, sometimes people don't realize that that's all they got to do to keep from being hit on that play. So Hagerman will take over 1st and 10. Their ball spotted about the 41. They're in a tight, old-school formation. They're going to run a sweep out here to the right side. The running back's on his feet. He's going to pick up a good 9 yards.
9 yards. Who took him down? 2, and the strong safeties had to come down and take him down.
Yes, and I couldn't see the ball runner there. It looked like maybe 19.
You're going loud. I couldn't see neither. I was looking at the defense.
It's I'm going to say 19, but I'm not certain. Jonah Bajarano. They're in that same set again. It's a tight old school set. Here they go. They're going to run it straight up the left side, and they're going to pick up about 5 yards all the way down to the 45-yard line of Eunice territory, and that's going to be 1st down.
And 33 got that tackle,
Trevino. You know, our thoughts and condolences out to his family. He lost his father this week. That's the second one of these Cardinals in the last 3 weeks to lose a father right here in the middle of the season, and never a good time to do that for sure. But our thoughts and condolences and prayers are with the Trevino family. So good tackle there by Brandon. It's going to make it 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 45. They're going to run that same young man pitch out to the left side this time. There's a pile of Cardinals there that stack him up about 2 yards gain, but then he falls forward for about 5.
And we got a flag.
So there's a flag late. I'm assuming that's got to be some sort of unsportsmanlike conduct.
2.
And there went another flag.
So it's going to offset, I bet.
Yep.
They're going to call it on Eunice and Hagerman.
So we've got flags flying everywhere out there. It looks like they're doing laundry out in the middle of the field.
There's no white hat out there tonight. They all have black hats on.
That is true. That is true.
So he's in charge. He is.
Personal foul, Hagerman. So they threw a personal foul on Hagerman, and I guess Eunice, after the fact, was clapping and had something to say about that call.
Correct.
So then they turned around and threw one on Eunice, so they just offset.
He had his mic on, so I talked.
Yeah.
58 red.
Oh, man, that's Ovi.
What's in the sky? Is those spider webs? What is that?
Oh, man, Ovi got called for an unsportsmanlike.
That's not like Ovi.
No.
He said it's senior, and I'm going to do what I want, Dad.
Yeah, I guess so. So 9:50 and counting. They're going to run a little quarterback keeper around left end.
Close that gap, guys.
And he's going to be close to another first down.
They're playing that hard-nosed football, just running the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't blame them. They're going to run until they stop it, correct?
That's what I'd keep doing. They're going to spot this one about the, we're going to call it the 36, maybe the 37. No, they've spotted it there at the 35.
I think we'll call it a first down.
I'm looking at the wrong guy. Yeah, and now they call it a first down. About 20 seconds after they had already spotted the ball and the chains were set, now they've called it a first down. So 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 35. They pitch out to the left side. He's got some running room again. It looks like, you know, I'm trying to get that young man's number. I think it's actually number 12, Eric Vargas.
Yeah.
Yes.
The mayor said.
Yeah, so that's the senior, 5'9", 170-pound senior. They've got him listed here as a wide receiver, but
he looks bigger than 179.
Yeah, he definitely does. He looks like he's got more muscle than me, and that's a lot of muscle.
Well, I agree with that.
8:50 and ticking here. 7-0, Eunice in the lead. Hagerman steps back up to the line of scrimmage. They're at about the 29. They're going to pitch it out to the right side. They've got a gap there. That's that same young man, and he is plowing ahead, leaving a trail of Cardinals hanging off of him, laying on the ground.
Brandon finally brought him down, man.
Man, he just running people over all the way deep into Eunice territory. That's Vargas again, number 12, the senior. He's all the way down to, I'm going to call it the 10.
They need to stop that.
So 1st and 10, they've actually got the full 10 set up over there with the chains. Looks like the ball spotted on the 10, so that's interesting. They're going to throw a little quick pass this time.
That was nice on Hagerman's
Yeah.
part.
They're in that tight set, and they just released the tight end and threw it right over the middle to him. He caught it about a yard deep and then plugged ahead forward for about another 3-4 yards. So they're inside the 5. We'll call it the 4-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down. Hagerman doesn't huddle this time. They're quickly back to the line of scrimmage. They're still in that tight formation. They fake that same play and then try to throw it over the top, and it is incomplete.
I believe it was a busted play from the beginning. He just threw it away. That's a smart quarterback. Is he a senior? Their quarterback?
That number 10, let's see. No, he's not number 10. He's number 19. He is a senior, yes.
That's a good, smart play on his part.
So
he knows that tight end was covered, so he just threw it away.
Looked like kind of like you said, a broken play. He pump faked it once and then just threw it out here into the corner. So 7:54 remaining here in the first quarter. Eunice leads 7-0. Hagerman coming out this time with a little bit of a wider set. They've got a split end out there on that left side. Quarterback in the backfield. They run a little reverse option play. They've got some room, and they're going to punch that into the end zone for the touchdown. That looked like number 20.
27 or 21? Let's see.
It's almost got to be 21 because I don't have a 27 on the roster. That if it is, that's Roberto De La Cruz. He's a senior. He easily walks into the end zone.
That was a fast handoff all the way. He handed it to the running back. It just boom, boom, boom.
Like a quick reverse type play. 7:49 remaining in the first. It is now 7-6. There's a huge kick, and it is up and through. That's going to make it 7-7. So the Cardinals defense can't stop Hagerman. Hagerman ties it up 7-7. We'll send it back to the station for 30 seconds and a word from our sponsors.
You're clear.
They literally run the ball down our throat right there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
On both sides.
Yes, sir. They're fast and strong.
15. 10. 5. 3, 2, 1, go.
So welcome back to Eunice Cardinal Stadium. Hagerman evens the game back up at 7-7. 7:49 remaining here in the first. I want to make sure we shout out to our JV Cardinal football team. They finished an amazing season yesterday, going undefeated. They've got some great young players, a very talented group. Future looks bright for these Eunice Cardinals. Hagerman getting ready to kick off. They're kicking off from the left hash. Here comes the kick, and it's a boomer again, down inside the 20. Can't tell who that one is that took it. That's George Ortega, isn't it? So Ortega breaks around the left side. There is some laundry that just went flying.
I believe he's going to be holding on Eunice.
So Eunice with a big run back by Ortega. He's all the way out past the 40-yard line, so about a 20, 25-yard run back by Ortega. But there is laundry on the field again.
Hey, the girls played volleyball yesterday, too, and they won against Lovington.
Yeah, you know, the girls are currently 12-3. They're 1-0 in district. They had wins this week over Tatum, which was a top 10 team. And then, you know, with the win over Lovington, which is a 4A team. They'll play Dora tomorrow for their third game of the week. This is a matchup game tomorrow. It is here. I'm not sure if I don't think it's on our schedule to cover, but you know, but they will play here. I might reach out to the station later and see if they want us to cover it, but it is a makeup game. So 7:42 remaining in the first. Eunice steps to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield with Pierce in the backfield. He's looking deep. He's got a little bit of time. He's trying to get away from a couple of big fellas.
He got hit by 6 good.
He did. He got plowed pretty good. He's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards. So
he was kind of indecisive there to either tuck it or throw it.
Yeah, you know, he was wanting, you could tell, to get rid of it and throw it down the field, and just had some people covered and a lot of pressure. Here he goes. He's got 2 receivers to the right this time, 2 to the left. Ball spotted about the 29-yard line. They're going to run that little cutback that they run earlier. They just ran it the opposite way to Tippett. And Tippett's going to have the ball out to, I'm going to call it the 34, maybe the 33.
I concur. It's pretty close. Maybe like 4 yards short to a first down.
Yeah, so third, and we'll call it a long 3, maybe a short 4. Ball spotted about the 33, 34. It's kind of that in between.
Between no man's land, huh?
3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Pearson, Tippett in the backfield. They snap it, hand it right up the middle. Tippett's got a gap. He's all the way
Oh,
up
he
past
just
40.
ran
He just
over
ran
him.
over somebody. Breaks
And
free.
he's gone.
He's down to the 40, the 35, the 20,
Woo! Look at them
15,
wheels, boy.
10,
Oh,
5. Touchdown, Cardinals. And there is no laundry on the field.
That was beautiful.
Micah Tippett with a 60-yard touchdown run.
That was beautiful how they hit him, and he just ran over the other guy and kept running.
Here comes the confetti.
Should we close the window?
The confetti is flying into the booth here. So Tippett with a great run.
Man,
That
that's
makes
a good
it
run.
13-7. 6:32 remaining in the first.
That's a good run early. We just need our defense to show up in a minute.
Little Woods steps out onto the field for this extra point. The snap, the kick is up, and it looks like it's good again.
Yeah.
It is.
And everybody was on him. That's a very good kick on him.
14-7. Little Woods punches that one through. While we've got a minute, we'll shout out to our sponsors. We won't send it back this time. We'll keep it here. Parker Energy, Brett and Penny Parker, thank you guys. Devon Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews, and crew. Eunice Health Clinic, Leanne Reeves, Brian, Nikki, Elma, Aaron Pascal, Yadi, and all the gang. The Eunice Public Schools, Mr. Haynes, Miss Sims, Rosendo, Matt, Kenny, Ashley, Mr. Gallegos, and all the staff. Cardinal Hardware, Ashley Davis, Chris Myers, Miss Ortega. The City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, the Whitmire family, Redbird Gas, and Bart Parker. Thank you guys for all that you do. Eunice, as normal, wastes no time. They've got the ball already, setting it up for the kickoff.
That was pretty quick. Was it a minute?
And it didn't take long.
We couldn't send it back to the station. Huh? That's how fast it was.
That's why sometimes I don't send it back to the station. The way we play really quick, and it sometimes bites us. So here's Eunice ready to kick off. 6:32 remaining in the first. Here's the kick. It's a little poocher again. They're going to do the
He didn't call
exact
for a
same
catch
thing.
this time.
Yeah, he didn't fair catch it this time.
Oh,
he
he
punches
might go
through,
all
and he's
the
got a
way.
gap. The 40, the 30,
He gone.
the 20, the 10, and he is going to be knocked out
he
of bounds.
fu-
He
get the ball, get
fumbled
the
the
ball.
ball into the end zone. The Cardinals have
Oh, they're calling
recovered it.
him down over there, I believe.
The Cardinals recover a fumble in the end zone, but it looks like the official's going to call him down inside the 5.
It looks like the 3-yard line, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be nice. So ball's, it looked to me like it was fumbled at about the 5. The ball rolled into the end zone. Eunice jumped on it. The official running from behind spots it down at the 3. So we'll call it good. Won't argue with them. 6 minutes, 20 seconds remaining, 14-7.
You should argue with him.
Yeah, won't argue with them. They're down there close. They know what's happening.
They get paid for what they're doing.
Yes. So 6:20 remaining here in the first quarter.
We're in that reverse again, it looks like it, huh?
Hagerman set up here with that exact same little formation. Well, now they're going to send out a wide receiver out here to the right side. So they've got
they're
a
missing a
wide to
player
the
on the
right, a
field.
wide to the left. 2 people in the backfield, including the quarterback, which is in the shotgun.
Their guard ran out there.
Yeah, they were missing a lineman.
But I'll
Here
tell
comes
you.
that exact same play.
Stop him, guys.
And they pitch it out. And
Get the ball, boys.
Oh, and Eunice had it, and
Who
the
was
ball
that?
skipped out of.
72 hands.
That's Antonio Granados. The ball hit him in the face mask and bounced out. And Hagerman got it back and actually ended up picking up a couple yards off the bounce off his face mask.
I think 24 stripped him out of him.
Looks like Little Caballero, Jonathan comes in there and strips the ball away from the running back.
He just bounced around like, oh.
Everybody was watching it bounce like they were playing jacks.
And I'm screaming like a wild man if I'm playing.
6:10. There's a quarterback keeper right up the middle in that. I mean, he
too
walked
easy,
in. 6:02 remaining here in the first quarter. Hagerman strolls into the end zone. They take a leisurely stroll like I took in San Diego this week down the beach. They are in. It is now 13-14. Hagerman. And Hagerman's going to set up now for that extra point. They do kind of
that's
like
a false start on their 20. Oh, that's going to be on Eunice. Hagerman was taking some plays out of Giles' book because they're running straight down the middle.
Yeah, I think that, some of that stuff kind of exposed some problems that we have, and they're definitely trying to capitalize on it. Sebastian Morales is the kicker. He's another senior for this Hagerman team. There's a discussion going out there. about which insurance company to use. You know, it's
Hope it don't take 15 minutes to
Right.
figure it out. That's a promo.
So I've got people, got a few sending me messages today. It looks like we've got some folks listening up in the mountains of Colorado. Thank you guys
Nice.
for listening up there.
They gave it against Eunice. No,
So they've called encroachment, or what do they call it? Encroachment. Anyway, they called that stuff on us. So offsides basically is what you called it in my day. Half the distance to the goal line. Hagerman will try the attempt
and
again, and they boom that one over into the baseball field.
I think they kid if they were moving back to the 30 like out, he would have made it.
So Eunice now, or Hagerman, I'm sorry,
14,
ties
14.
the game up at 14.
You little
So
jet lag today, sir?
I'm telling you, it has been
We got some Starburst over here if you need some.
You know, I didn't realize how old I was until the morning after I woke up from. I rented a jet ski. The wife was up there for New Mexico Junior College, and they were having a junior community college like national board and administrative meeting, talking about, you know, innovative ideas and thoughts to run colleges and all that kind of good stuff. So I went with her. I took the week off and went with her on my own dime. And the first morning that we were there, I rented a jet ski for the day, and I spent that day running around. And I mean, I would hit the wake of some of those ships and fly 15 foot in the air. And I've got blisters on my hands. I can't hardly walk. I ache. I'm tired. But here's the kickoff. It's a pooch right over the top, and we catch it. I think that was Ovi. Looked like Ovi Ontiveros.
Yeah.
He catches it and falls to the ground.
He was surprised himself when he seen it coming at him.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen him catch it, turn around, and do
ran.
like that kid did a while ago from Hagerman.
Nice.
So Eunice is up. Eunice is tied here, 14-14 with Hagerman. It's 14-14. I'm getting some scores out there. Looks like Jal 13, Loving 0 early in the first quarter.
Playing in Loving or in Jow?
You know, I don't know that answer. I bet you
Whoa.
we can find out. Here's a little handoff to Tippett. A little cutback trap type play. Flags come flying in. Tippett battles and fights for, I'm going to give him a yard there. 5:55 on the clock.
Our receivers are leaving just a little too early.
Going to have to learn to look in at that football.
Correct.
Maybe they don't teach that anymore. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's
On
with
Eunice.
these spread offenses. I'm not sure if that's something that they do now. I don't know. But to me, I played wide receiver, and I don't know how you can ever be offsides out there. You shouldn't be listening to what's happening in there. At least that's the way I was taught. You're always looking in, find the ball, and you're waiting on it to move. You're not listening to
Plays or audibles or whatever else.
Yeah, so anyway, like I said, maybe that's the old school system. I don't know. 5:55
Holding 10-yard penalty
remaining in
on
the
Eunice.
first. 10 yards, Eunice scoots back. First and a long 20. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Full house backfield. They're going to fake that handoff, and then they're kind of running a little option out here, and they're not going to get much out of it.
I hate it when they hold their legs and the upper person twists them like that.
Looks kind of scary for those knees for sure. Pierce is probably going to lose a yard or two.
This can't be good because it's 14-14, 0-0.
Yeah.
We have to score this time.
Second, and we're going to call it 21. Ball spotted about the 33-yard line. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Full house backfield in that shotgun formation. He's going to throw it deep down the side. He's got a man.
Where's
There's
the flag on? It's close. It was close. It's a tough play.
So a little contact going out there. No call. So 5:13 remains. It looks like it's going to – is that going to make it fourth?
I believe so.
Or was that last play was second because
this
of
will
the
be third.
So third down. So it's going to be third and a long dang ways. We'll call it 21. Third and 21.
That is a long ways for us.
That is a long way.
21 yards is hard to come up sometimes. Hand it off to Micah.
They're going to send three receivers out to the right, two out here to the left. You got Micah and Stinson out here to the left. Benton, Thompson, and Ortega, I believe, out to the right. Here's the snap. They're looking down the field. Got a little space.
The pocket collapses.
Pocket collapsed quick. Pierce is trying to find a place to run. He throws it down the field.
And Ashton caught that. Good job. Are they
Man,
saying there's a catch?
That looked like a great catch there by Ashton Thompson right at the 40. He's going to pick up about
First
30.
down, yeah. Well, first down.
So that's going to give him a first down. They're going to spot it at the 39-yard line. So first down and a great throw and a great catch.
And it's
by
good because
Thompson.
he came back to the ball when he's throwing. The guy spin around. He came back and got it. That's a good job on him.
So
That's-
5 minutes and ticking.
He did a very good job.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. They're going to fake it up. No, they hand it right up the middle.
Fumble.
And there is a fumble on the play.
And Hagerman recovered it. Are they saying Hagerman recovered? They ain't made a call yet.
I think so. I don't.
Our
couldn't
offense
even-
is coming off the field, so I
I
guess
couldn't
so.
even tell who had the ball. Was it Tippett?
It was a delay handoff to Tippett, and Tippett got it and ran behind his players.
And then I guess the ball
Yes,
popped
it
out
popped
there
out.
in the
It punched
crowd.
it out, and
So
one
a
of the players got
turnover
it.
on the Cardinals after a really great third and extremely long conversion. Then the next play we turn it over.
It's not good, guys.
14 to 14,
We must take care of the
4:45 remaining here in the first. Hagerman steps back to the line of scrimmage. They've got trips left and a receiver out here to the right. This looks
That's
like
first
a
down tonight.
Eunice formation, yeah. So here's the snap. They're looking down
Oh.
the field. They're going to
Wow.
throw it long.
Oh,
And they've got a man open down the
Over
sidelines.
his
That's
shoulders.
number 22,
Why did 20 quit
Galvan.
running?
And
20 quit just running.
Galvan just smokes Chacon down the sideline all the way for 6.
that was a beautiful catch on 22 over the shoulder and caught that. The ball was on the money.
So Hagerman now
Wow.
leads 20 to 14.
Wow. But 20 just quit running at the 10-yard line. And there was like 15 yards still left to run.
Yeah, so
Okay.
4:36 remaining here in the first. Not sure exactly what happened there. Some definite busted defense.
That's an understatement.
Here goes the extra point. It's
That's
boomed
good.
up and through, and that's going to make it 21 to 14. Eunice in a little bit of shell shock here. The Eunice coaching staff is
Going
out
crazy
there
out there, huh?
screaming and hollering at the officials about something. I'm not sure what's going on, but they run out there. They're both still talking to the officials loudly from the sideline. 4:36, like I said, remains here in the quarter. It's 14 to 21. Want to make sure that we shout out our sponsors once again. Redbird Gas, Bart Parker. That guy's been down there doing it forever. Great supporter of the Eunice Cardinals and the community. I mean, look at the name of his company, Redbird Gas. The city of Eunice, the Zia Auto Shop, the Whitmire family. I know Connie herself's been involved in the Booster Club and a lot of different things, works down for the city. And then, of course, the city of Eunice, which is where Miss Whitmire works, and along with a lot of others. Cardinal Hardware, Ashley Davis, Chris Myers, Miss Ortega, the Eunice Public Schools, the Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, Devon Energy, and Parker Energy. Thank you guys for all that you do. Hagerman's lined up. They're taking no time and dead balls on this game. They're kicking off, and that is a boomer. It's inside the 5-yard line, taken over there
Right, Brian Sticks.
by Stinson.
Oh, good
Stinson
hesitate.
puts a little fake. He's headed around the left side, does not get around the corner, tries to, but he's out to the 25.
That's a good run. That's a very good run by
So he ran,
Sean.
he ends up with almost a 25-yard return because he caught that inside the 5, close to the goal line.
That's a good
Runs it from all the way over in the southeast corner of the field, all the way out here in front of the booth here in front of us on our side of the field.
Technically, he did about 40 yards. Huh?
Yeah. So the Cardinals step to the line of scrimmage. Ball's placed about we're going to call it the 25.
And we must win this game.
2 right, 2 left.
Oh,
Here's the
good
handoffs.
job.
Tip it up the middle. He's going to pick up what looks like about 8, maybe 9 yards.
That little delay handoff there.
So that's going to make it second. We'll call it a yard and a half, maybe 2. Ball spotted about the 33-yard line. Needing to get to the 35 for a first down. So 2nd and 2. 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Pierce and Tippett in the backfield. Here's the snap. They're going to fake the
Oh, he pulled
handoff
it
this
back.
time.
Go north and south.
What in the world? I'm hearing whistles blowing.
Why?
This the guy that he faked the handoff to, Tippett,
Uh-huh.
he covered up and acted like he had the ball, so they tackled him.
Oh, this official blew the
The
whistle?
officials blew the whistle,
So
thinking
they
he
didn't know
was
where
down,
the ball was at.
and the ball was going the other way. All right, so 3:40, and the clock's still ticking, even though we've got whistles that have been blowing all over. The
He said dead whistle, right?
yeah, he said inadvertent whistle. The quarterback faked the handoff up the middle. The entire Hagerman defense jumped on the quarterback or on the
running
ball
back.
handler and tackled him, thinking he had the ball. The official
Pierce
blew the whistle dead as Pierce was headed around the end with nothing between him and.
He had a first down and
Oh
more.
man! So anyway, 3:34. Looks like they're going to replay the down. Second, we'll call it 2 again. 3 to the right, 1 to the left.
I've never
They're
seen that
going to
before.
roll right.
Ooh.
Looking down the
Keep
field,
it.
he's
There you
going
go.
to
Tuck
keep
the ball.
it.
Tuck the ball, son. Fall
Just
forward.
needs one.
Oh.
There he goes. He's going to finish and get that one. Maybe.
I'm glad he went down. 22 was coming in like Vin Diesel about to hit him. Did you see that?
Vin Diesel and Fast and the Furious, huh? So 3:17 remain here in the first quarter. That's a first down for Eunice.
Just showed my age, huh?
Ball spotted about the 37. We've got 4 receivers out here to the right, to the left, 1 to the right. They're going to fake that handoff this time, and here comes Pierce around the left side. He's got a little bit of room, and then somebody comes up and cleans
22.
him up at the end. That's number 22 that comes in.
Lit him up.
That's Dorian Galvan, the senior.
Galvan, huh?
Hagerman's got a bunch of seniors.
In college, I would have been targeting because that kid came off his feet
Helmet
first.
to helmet, too.
Yeah,
So 2:40
When it's
remain
not
here in the
college.
first.
that was a good hit.
Second, we'll call it 6. Ball spotted about the 42-yard line. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Little full house backfield. Tippett's got a little bit of space. He's still going, and he has the
He's
ball stripped
stripped.
away. But luckily for the Cardinals, it skips out of bounds, or we would have had another turnover right there because there was about 3 Bobcats looking like they were jumping on some catnip. And
Correct me if I'm wrong, but they must have seen something. That every time they go for the running back or the quarterback, they're going for the ball, trying to strip the ball. So they had good film on us, or we're just real irresponsible with the ball.
so it's going to be third and a long 3 again.
Long
2:27 on the clock. 3 to the right, 2 to the left, empty backfield. Pierce is just going to take it right up the middle.
Good job.
His second effort, he got hit probably a yard in the backfield, but then his second effort, he got another 5 yards on that.
Thank
So
God that's a first down.
Pierce is a tough rascal.
That was a
2:20 and ticking.
That's a tough first down. He took a lot of hits to get there.
So he's going to get a first down. Ball is now in Bobcat territory. We'll call it the 49-yard line. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Pierce and Tippett in the backfield. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it to Tippett this time up the middle.
Good. I
He's
was behind the blockers.
bobbing and weaving. He's juking and moving. He's still going.
Oh, he almost took out Marcus.
Marcus is out there on crutches. The senior All-State middle linebacker. They found out today that he's got a MCL injury. It's not a full tear. It's going to take some time. They're saying that they think they can rehab it without surgery. So that's a big deal.
That's a big plus.
No ACL, no meniscus. Those are the 2 that are the big scary ones. So Eunice has got the ball, 1st and 10.
Timeout,
Looks like
Hagerman.
we're going to have a timeout, Bobcats. So while we've got a timeout, we want to make sure that we shout out our sponsors, Parker Energy, Brett and Penny Parker. I hope it's too cold for Brett to be out there fishing today because every time I think of that guy out there fishing, listening to the game, I think that the world is just not fair.
That's how it is. That's how the cookie
When
crumbles.
Parker can sit down there with his feet up, pulling in the crappie as fast as he can drop his line in the water, there's something wrong with that. Devon Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews, and crew. That group, that company down there just does so much for this community. Anything that happens down here, whether it's the Booster Club, whether it's radio broadcasts like what we're doing, whether it's donations for families in need or whatever, that
step
group
up, man.
always does. Eunice Pump and Supply. So thank you guys. Eunice Health Clinic, man, they step up and tell you when you got that Rona. And so
The Rona,
and help you, with all of that. So thank you guys. Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, City of Eunice, Zia Auto, Redbird Gas. Here goes the Eunice, 1st and 10. Ball spotted about the 30. We'll call it the 33. Snap back to Pierce. He's looking down the field. He's got a man open. He pump fakes, and then he throws it down the field. Oh, and the ball goes in and out.
Roughing the passer out there on number 6.
Of the hands of Ortega. Pierce gets slammed in the backfield by number 6. Number 6 is Marco Purchase?
Pacheco.
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that maybe.
That would have been a touchdown over here, sir.
So that's a roughing the passer call against the Bobcats. So that's going to move Eunice deeper into
Deeper. Further.
into Bobcat territory.
We're playing charades.
So it's first and 10, ball spotted about the 19-yard line. 2 wide to the right, 2 to the left. Pearson Tippett in the backfield. Here goes the snap back to Pierce. He's just going to tuck it and run. He's headed up the middle. He's down inside the 10-yard line. Somebody's laying on the ground out here. I don't ever like that.
So one of the linemen's, Julius.
Oh, it's
They've been at
Julius-
it all night, man.
Julius Woods and that guy across
They've
from
been at it
him.
all night, throwing each other back and forth. It's just a good battle between them two.
So it looks like it's going to be second down, and I'm going to say less than a yard. It's a little over 6 inches,
Yes.
but it's inside the 10, 120 and ticking. 14-21. Eunice Trails really need this score here. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Pearson Tippett in the backfield. Here comes a man in motion. That's Stinson.
I thought they were going to give it to him.
They are. They're going to throw it out there,
threw
and
it
they
behind
throw
him.
it behind them. Ball's on the ground.
Well, that was a forward pass, right? So he should be dead.
Yeah. He kind of threw it sidearm. Looked like one of them pitchers right now playing in the playoffs. That's the most sidearm guy I've ever seen in my
Does
life,
he play
I
for the
think.
Dodgers?
I can't remember. I just remember seeing him. Somebody out there listening will tell us. Here's a sneak right up the middle. Pierce
It might be a touchdown.
jumps to the line of scrimmage. They pack it up in the middle, and Pierce plows ahead. He's got way more than the first down. They're going to do it again. Look at them. They're hurrying to the line of scrimmage.
Call the play now.
Yep. There's a bunch of
Who
whistle
blew the
blowing.
whistle? That guy was on the field. He should not blown the whistle.
Yeah, so
He spun
Pierce
into a
is
touchdown.
into the end zone for the touchdown. Some weird stuff going on here, but Eunice scores with 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. It is now 20-21. Eunice trails by 1. The Cardinals get into the end zone. Kind of a strange play there. Eunice tried to run too quick. They had it third down and inches, tried to run it straight up the middle, and then hurried back to the line of scrimmage again. Hagerman was substituting, and that is deflected, so it is no good. So 20-21, 1:02 remaining in the first. Back to that last play, it was just an interesting deal because Hagerman was caught trying to substitute. And I don't think if Eunice hasn't substituted, I don't think it's free to allow them to substitute. But the crew stopped and allowed their team to. I mean, they actually blew the whistle and allowed them to substitute. So very, very interesting. It is what it is. 1:02 remaining. They know best. They're down there on the field. 20-21. Hagerman is in the lead.
Yeah, over there by the flags, I think they're having a bake sale. The National Honor Society is.
Okay.
For Trevino's father.
Okay. So, yeah, they're talking about that on the intercom right now. We had a young man, Brandon Trevino, that plays on our team. He lost his father this week, and they're doing a fundraiser bake sale down here near the north end zone of the field. So if you're out there in the community listening and you want to come help, feel free to do so. So with that said, Eunice is, like we've talked about before, they waste no time. They're back up here ready to kick off. They're going to kick off from this left hash. Hagerman in the lead by 1. Here goes the kickoff. It's one of those bouncers down the middle. Skips all the way back to the 20 where Hagerman picks it up.
Wrap him up.
So we
need to learn how to wrap him up, number 4. Come on now.
Brady Colburn hits him inside the 30, but
pushing to the 40.
Yeah, it kind of looked like he gave him a little love tap on the back.
On the back.
Yeah.
It's a fellow coworker from Andrews.
Yeah.
He listens every Friday night.
So first and 10, Hagerman. The Bobcats, Eunice hasn't been able to stop them. So we'll see if the Eunice defense can get something going here.
And that's pretty odd for them.
Yes, ball spotted at the 37, first and 10. Under 1 minute to go here in the quarter. Eunice has got an interesting setup, too, on defense. They throw it down the field, and they've completed
you just got
it.
Burned, son.
And that young man is off to the races. He's still on his feet all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Why is he walking?
And so Caballero got turned around. He ran a little skinny post is what I call that play, right in behind him, and it kind of twisted him.
Though they're talking with each other 24 and 20. They're
Yep.
both confused.
Yeah, so some discussion as to who had him, but they ran, unfortunately, right in between them, and off they went. So the clock is ticking at 43-42. First down, a huge play there by the Bobcats. They'll head to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 24-yard line. 2 receivers on each side. Quarterback and the running back in the backfield for the Bobcats. Long delay here. Here they come. Ovi Ontiveros is in the backfield, and he's got him. Somebody else come in the middle and helped him, but Ovi caught him from behind, swung around.
Big 72.
Yep. Looked like Granados come in and took his legs out as Ovi wrapped around from the back.
It's going to be a high-scoring game. It's 20-21.
They're going to let the first quarter clock go to 0. Eunice trails 20-21. Let's send it back for a word from our sponsors for 30 seconds.
You're clear.
Yes, defense.
Got to play some defense. Yeah,
What is it?
definitely.
Offense gets the glory, defense wins the game?
Yeah. I mean, there's
15.
there's no reason.
They seem confused or dazed. I don't know.
5, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to beautiful Eunice, New Mexico, where the Eunice Cardinals are trailing the Hagerman Bobcats 20-21. Eunice comes into this game ranked number 2 in one poll, number 3 in the other poll. I believe the coaches poll still has them at 2. Max Preps has them at 3. Tularosa on that coaches poll, or on one of the polls, is sitting at 2, and so that the only difference in the top 5 in the polls is Eunice and Tularosa are flip-flopped in the 2. So Hagerman jumps up here to the line of scrimmage. They come into this game at number 7 and number 8 in the polls. They're definitely, as I mentioned in my pregame, they're no pushover.
They're real deal. Yeah, I mean, they're here to play football.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, quarterback and the running back in the backfield. Got Eunice's defense spread out pretty good. They're poking around and pointing and ready. We're starting the second quarter. Here's the snap. He's got some room rolling to the left. There he goes. He's off to the races. He's down inside the 15-yard line. The official gets knocked to the ground, and then and so anyway.
I'm glad he didn't throw a flag because Jonathan hit him out of bounds.
Well, and then he threw the yard marker after it. So anyway, 11:50. Man, I try hard. I try hard to be good. It's just sometimes it's hard.
Patience is a virtue, man.
So, yeah, 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 19. No, that ain't the 19. That's the 14.
We just call it as we see it, Jones.
Yeah. So Bobcats back to the line of scrimmage. They got a first down. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. They fake the handoff. They're rolling. They throw it across the middle. They catch the ball down inside the 2-yard line. So they've got another first down.
That kid made that throw look easy.
He just flipped it in there on the back foot. Quarterback's got a cannon. Plus, he's a big athletic kid. 11:42 and ticking. Hagerman knocking on the door again.
He's going to roll out.
So here they are in a tight formation. He's going to go right up the middle, and he strolls into the end zone for another Bobcat
and he is
touchdown.
Slow to get up.
And you know who else is hobbling is Ovi. He kind of hopped across there and then grabbed one of his feet. One of the Bobcats is still on the ground. Is that the quarterback?
Got a quarterback sneak and hit him from the bottom and hit him low and hit him high. And came down awkward.
So he gets into the end zone fairly easily, but he is down on the ground and appears to be in pain. He's punching at the field and whatnot, and the coaching staff coming out to check on him, Eunice's coaches as well. You know, it seems like about the last 3 games we've played here, somebody has left either in an ambulance or
on
something
that side of the field, too.
Right in that same
Same area.
spot. Yeah. And, you know, our thoughts and prayers are still out with not Cervantes, Catrion family. Alex
Did you
Xavier.
get any information on that?
You know, the last I had heard, they had got his shoulder back into place, and I think they said that they didn't think anything was tore up in there. That was just going to take some recovery time. That was the information I got. Granted, that's second or third hand, and so
Either way, they got two quarterbacks where they can play the ball.
Oh, man,
They can throw the ball, run the ball.
That Lujan kid came in and made a believer out of me for sure. Anyway, so we're kind of on an official's timeout right here. We've got an injured Bobcat down on the field. This young man here, as we talked about during the pregame warm-ups, you know, Charlie was talking about him. He had an absolute cannon, could throw the football. I know from track season he is an absolute animal out here on the track.
Beast, ain't he?
Oh, man, he's you know, every track meet we went to, they put the whooping on us last year, and he was one of their leaders. So the little, whatever kind of machine you call that here, that the Eunice, I don't know what you call that.
We need to figure out the name. We've seen it so often. We need to know what it is at least. Find out.
Yeah, it's a little red and white machine that we kind of almost an ambulance. It looks like a
All-terrain ambulance.
You know, the last couple of weeks they drove it out on the field. This time they're going to stop over there on the track. Maybe somebody said, "Hey, quit that." Oh yeah, he is up.
You're killing the grass, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's not good.
So he is holding up what looks like his right leg, and he is not putting any weight on that thing. And they're trying to carry him to the side. The EMS crew's trying to stop him and get him to come back this other direction. Well, now the relay driver jumps in. And,
on the back curve, and he's coming around to go to the other side.
I got a message here saying that's our new Rescue 5. So that means we've got a Rescue 1, a Rescue 2, a Rescue 3, a Rescue 4, and a Rescue 5. So we got a lot of rescues going on.
Remember Johnny 5 back in the day?
He's alive. Johnny 5 is alive. All right, so so at 11:30, the young man from Hagerman, they're actually carrying him off the field.
Wow.
We definitely wish him the best. You know, you never want to see a young man go down, and that kid's a senior. I mean, he's already shown us here that he's tough as nails.
Tough as nails, and he knows the game pretty good.
And we'll see if Hagerman is able to reach into their bag like Jow did last week and pull up another QB, you know, and so don't know exactly what Hagerman has here, but they're going to prepare for this extra point. It is 27-20.
This place have a heater? It's cold in
Here is the snap and the kick, and
wow,
that's
a beautiful kick.
I think he kicked it to the concession stand. I don't know that I've seen kick like that come through this field since Sergio Contreras back in the day.
The legend, Sergio Contreras.
Man, that young man could kick a football. That is for sure. Yeah, Serge and Jesse, both a couple of really good athletes, and Serge could kick a football. In fact, I think his mom's birthday was maybe yesterday, Delia?
What's it?
It's been within the last couple days.
I believe it's Wednesday.
Okay, so I knew that I saw, so day before yesterday.
She's a young 24, I think.
Oh, man, I tell you, that is a great lady. She used to make me and Serge some late-night burritos, and she is awesome. And so shout out to her. Happy birthday this week. You know, while I'm shouting out birthdays, I don't know if he's out there or not, but I was trying to see if the fam is down there. My grandson, Jada's boy, he's going to be turning 4 this year.
Already?
And, just within the next few days. And so shout out to Jace if he's out there listening. Happy birthday to you. So Hagerman's a little slow getting out on the field this time. It looks like they loaded the young man up on that little
on the 5.
Yeah, on Rescue 5. Rescue 5 heads into the curve at a high rate of speed. Looks like they're drifting around the curve down there. And
gonna make the turn, right?
Yeah, he's making the turn. So we're waiting on Rescue 5 to skid around the end, and it's out of the way. So here goes Hagerman. They're prepared to kick off from the right hash, and they boom it deep, and it is headed back. Oh, and we touch it about the 5. Is that Mata? Mata picks it up. He shakes and bakes. He's cutting and bobbing and weaving, and then he gets slammed down from the offside there. That was number 12 that came in and made that tackle. That's Eric Vargas, another senior. Man, there's a lot of seniors on this Hagerman team.
It's like a senior bowl tonight.
Yeah, for sure. 11:23 remaining here. We just start. I mean, we haven't even ticked a full minute off the second quarter. It's 28-20. I need to go in here and update. Speaking of that, I hadn't updated that it's the second quarter, so I'll update that on the screen.
And it seems kind of quiet out there. It's not like last week.
And even our crowd is real quiet. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Pierce and Tippett, they're going to hand it to Tippett. Tippett's still bobbing and weaving. He's
so
down, and he's going to pick up real close to a first down. Looks to me like he got it. Yeah, so that's a first down. He's all the way out to the 39-yard line.
He's so patient behind those blockers. He does a very good job behind this. Real patient, and it explodes when he needs to.
He's just an outstanding kid all the way around. And Micah's just a great kid, a great player, great football player, just a good kid. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Pearson Tippett in the backfield. 11 minutes and ticking here in the second quarter. This time Pierce is rolling left. He's going to tuck it and go. He's got a little space there. He's bobbing and weaving. He does a little spin move, do-si-do, and he's all the way out to the 46.
15 and
it almost looked like those 2 young men ran into each other.
When he spun out of their hands, they hit each other, and he just kept going for an extra 5 yards.
Yeah, so one Bobcat gets up. He's back on his feet. This Bobcat's still down, and he is punching the turf, looking like he's in some serious pain. And Rescue 5 is alive. It's gone. I don't see it anymore. And so I got to, by the way, this guy's down there kicking and punching. They're liable to need another one. I gave Jace Parker a shout out, and is it his birthday too?
It is.
So I got Jace Parker with a shout out. So hey, I'm shouting out to all them Jaces. I got Jace Jenkins with a shout out. I got Jace Parker with a shout out. I got all them Jaces getting a shout out.
Jaces.
So and it's all them Jaces' birthdays.
Such an odd name, and there's 2 people in this small town, huh?
Mm-hmm. I think with Bryce and Jada, they kind of used their 2 names and came up with that. They thought it was, I guess, I don't know. I could be.
They didn't want to name him Jimmy?
No, unfortunately.
Philip Jimmy?
Yeah, they didn't. They didn't like that name that much. I don't know why, but so the young man from Hagerman is to his feet. They look like they're messing with his shoulder.
Is it?
Or maybe his back. I don't know. We've got the coach from the Cardinals, one of the assistants. That's
Kendall Boyd.
Kendall, and Kendall, back in his day was a chiropractor.
Correct.
And he looks like he straightened that guy out because he's walking off with a little more than a limp. And Boyd's got a bigger limp than he's got coming off to the
Boyd's like side. Mr. Miyagi. He goes out there, pops everybody back in. Let's go in the game, Daniel.
Yep. Daniel's son. So 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Full house backfield here. Ball spotted. Man, the ref just blew the whistle to start the clock, and he's already blowing the whistle, and we got flags down again. So
ball start on Eunice. That was hilarious.
I'm not sure what happened right there. Ball was spotted at the 46-yard line. There was some confusion. Okay, so we're going to scoot it back 5.
Usually when they blow it that fast, when it gets to the line, it's usually a false start on one of our players. Because as soon as he touches the ball, it's considered live. And if you move a little bit, which you know this.
Yeah.
I'm preaching to the choir. I'm sorry.
So they're spotting it at the 49-yard line, 1st and 15. Hagerman fakes the blitz and then throws it down the field high and over the top, intended for Benton. Benton goes up high, gets some fingers on it, but it was a really tough play there.
His name is Zeke Benton?
Uh-huh. Yep. And Zeke has got some wheels.
He was hurt for a couple of the season, huh? Beginning of the season.
Yeah, and Brett Parker says that Jace heard his name. So, yeah, I'm telling you, I'm shouting out to all you Jaces and birthdays. So, Eunice is set up again, 2nd and 15. We've got some heat coming from the back.
Who was that? 76 from Hagerman.
Man, I tell you, he came through there like a wrecking ball.
And he's getting up slow.
And I don't even have a 76.
They probably picked him up in the crowd. They probably picked him outside, huh? So they don't. It stops at 64, huh, for Hagerman.
Yeah, so Pierce is real slow getting up, and it looks like Eunice wants to talk about it. So they take a timeout with 10:19 remaining. Eunice trails 28-20 here at home. We'll send it back for 30 seconds and a word from our sponsors.
You're clear.
It's hard to get going on your offense when you have to stop for injury and stop here. And the way Eunice plays, they're so fast-paced. It's
Yeah,
hard
it's
for 'em.
all pace,
Yes.
and we haven't. We haven't had that pace tonight. We've also struggled on the defensive end, which is something we're not
10.
used to.
That's an understatement. Huge understatement.
Our defenses usually don't stay on the field too long.
3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Nullmark Broadcasting, 103.7 KPZA, HobbsAmerica.com. Click on the Cardinal, as well as the Eunice Sports YouTube page. Eunice has the ball third, and we're going to call it 14. Ball spotted about the 49-yard line. Empty backfield. They snap it back to Pierce. He throws it down the
catch.
field to Benton. Benton with a great
Good
catch.
catch.
He catches it in traffic, takes a hit there, but he gets a first down.
He got hit high once again in the helmet by the other player. The other player, they're like throwing himself at him.
And so
The
that's going to
defensive.
make it 1st and 10. Ball spotted about the 32. 10-13 and ticking. Eunice, no huddle, hurries to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pearson, Tippett in the backfield. I look for him to hand it to Tippett. There's the handoff to Tippett, right up the middle. He breaks out to the left side. He's got some space to the 20, and he gets knocked out of bounds inside the 20. But a good run there again.
Very good run.
Tippett being patient, staying behind his blockers, and
Makes a
picking
first
up
down.
a first down. So they're going to spot it at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 18. 10:56 on the clock here for the half.
See, that's what I'm talking about. They need to get back in the groove. Just keep pushing the ball. Pushing the
2
ball.
to the left, 2 to the right. Pearson, Tippett in the backfield. Ball spotted on the left hash. Calling out the signal. Here goes Pierce rolling right. He throws it out here to Benton. Benton's got a
good
little
move.
He bobs and weaves, takes a big hit, but he gets all the way down to, we're going to call it the 7-yard line.
And the whole Hagerman team hit him.
And it's going to be, looks like it's going to be real close depending on the spot to
He
a
did a
first
good
down.
move to get those extra 4 yards out there. He did a little juke.
I think that's going to be a first. It is. So first down, good throw, good
First and goal.
catch, good run after the catch by Benton. 1st and goal, ball spotted at the 7. 9:50 on the clock here for the half. They hand it to Tippett right up the middle. He's got a little space. He rides a few of his offensive linemen all the way down to, we're going to call it the 3.
He dragged 58 like 8 yards. He's holding on to his weight. He's dragging him.
So Eunice hurries to the line of scrimmage again. 2nd and goal. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Pearson, Tippett. They're going to hand it. No, they
All the
fake
way.
the handoff, and Pierce
job,
strolls
Pierce.
into the end zone for the Eunice Cardinal touchdown.
That's a good play right there. And you see how it is when they get the ball moving? Fast pace, get back in groove.
They like that groove and that rhythm, and when they're in it, they look real good. When they get out of it, sometimes not so
And
good.
we have to go for 2 here the way the game's going.
So 9:26 remaining here in the first half. So we hadn't even played a quarter and a half yet.
So there's no defense tonight, I guess?
Yeah, this looks like some of that old Big 12, stuff that was happening there for years. Texas Tech playing somebody. 9:26. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Eunice going for 2. They've got a man in motion. That's Ortega. Ortega gets some space, isn't able to get where he needs to be. Pierce stays on his feet and fires that ball in to somebody. That's Ortega. Ortega with the catch, 4-2. Way to stay on your feet there for Conacher Pierce, and a good throw, good catch by Ortega. The score is now tied 28-28. We'll send it back to the station for a word for 30 seconds from our sponsors.
You're clear.
Forever, I never got it. Why this song played when I went to school here. When I became an adult, I figured out you got to get up and do that whole little.
Oh, yeah. You got to do a little dance.
Yeah, Mr. Guy Talent told us that.
Yeah. I knew the little dance. I can't do it, but I've seen it a few.
You can do the electric side. I'm
Well,
pretty sure you can do
I
that.
can pull it off.
3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching the broadcast, probably seeing our little cheerleaders do the Eunice version of the electric slide. It is going there with the fight song. Cardinals have tied this ball game up. 9:25 remains in the half. It's 28-28. Eunice preparing to kick off. Once again, a shout out to our JV football team. They finished the season yesterday undefeated. Man, things look bright for the Cardinals for years to come. Eunice
throwing
was
the whistle.
preparing to kick off. Now there's whistles going.
The ball, he has to move it over. He was off about 2 inches on the X. Good catch.
So they stopped the kickoff as we're getting ready to kick. Anyway, so here we go. Ball's on the right hash. Getting ready to kick off. Here comes the kick. It's a punch down the middle. Skips, bouncing.
Get him.
The Hagerman young man has a tough time pulling it in. Eunice is in hot pursuit. The young man from Hagerman breaks around the right side. He's to the 40, the 45, and he's going to be all the way out near midfield.
Thank you, Josh. Josh chased him all the way from this corner all the way and got him.
Is that Josh Ortega?
No, Josh, the fast kid, the senior, Josh Carlos.
Oh, okay, Josh Carlos. So Josh Carlos, he's got some wheels. He was out last week. It's good to see him back. So
He's one of our fast kids on the team.
Oh, man, he's a speedster on the track team. So they've spotted the ball at the 49-yard line. He's another one of those seniors. 9:12 remains here in the half. Defensively and even on special teams, we've struggled to tackle. First and 10, the Hagerman Bobcats have the ball in their own territory at the 49. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. They misplay the snap. They've got a different quarterback in there. They had, I think that was Ovi. Ovi had him 6 yards deep in the backfield, wrapped him up, spun around him. Looked like a kid on a merry-go-round with your feet flying through the air. Fell to the ground. The young man broke away and gets back. He picks up 1 yard.
When he got there so fast, so easy, he couldn't believe it. Must have been that pink shirt that got him all confused.
Yeah. So here goes Hagerman. They're right at the 50-yard line now. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Ovi and Hawkins have switched sides. Here goes Ovi. They run it straight over here to the left side. Hawkins does a really good job of staying at home that time. He's also got some help by Brady Colburn, who gets in there. So
he wrapped him up that time.
Yeah, good tackle there from Colburn and from Hawkins. So that's going to make it 3rd down and about 9. The ball's still spotted. It is really, really close to that 50-yard line.
Very close.
So Hagerman back in the huddle this time. They're real slow to get the play in. Taking their time. 8 minutes and ticking on the clock. They still haven't even broke the huddle. Here they come. Maybe that yellow beak had them hypnotized out there. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left.
They're looking at the cardinal eye, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, so there's the snap. They're looking down the field. They've got a lot of pressure coming up, and the ball is loose.
74 stripped it.
74 is. That's Leo.
Oh, Leo?
Leo Balteres.
Martinez, yes.
He strips the ball away, and I couldn't tell who came up with it. Could you?
He stripped it and landed on it as well.
Okay. So great play there by
He's
Leo.
even taking a bow on the field. Now he's fixing his shoe.
The 72 is Granados. He's the one.
That's what we needed on the. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's what we needed on the defensive side to make a stop this time, and now we got to go down and score so make a difference before halftime.
7:39 remains in the half. Eunice going to take over here on offense. It is 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line in Bobcat territory.
I'd go deep to that kid over there with the black sleeves.
Let him run like a deep slant all the way across the field here.
Why not?
We send everybody else short.
Oh.
Oh, they took the ball away from Tippett, and he went down kind of
Awkward.
funny there.
He went down very awkward.
And they're calling for the coaches. He went down, put his hands on the field, and his lower body was still upright as his hands were up, and there were multiple people then piled on him and just kind of looked awkward. So not a good sign for this young man. He's a young man that, as we've talked about, last year was probably the biggest threat this offense had for these Cardinals. Arguably, of course, you had Hayden Dean, who was awesome as well, but this young man here could just flat out move, and then he's just, he came back this season after that serious injury last year, and we definitely don't want to see him hurt.
No, and a couple of reasons why he's a great kid, and he's a big part of our offense. And he's limping off right now, but I believe he's.
And I think that was a fumble because the Eunice offense is coming off the field.
I thought he was down already.
The Eunice defense.
Or you know what? They probably stripped him when he was still holding. They were holding him up.
So Eunice's defense is now on the field.
Wow.
So 7:27.
That was 2 turnovers in within 2 minutes.
Yeah. Interesting game here. So the ball's spotted at the 44. Hagerman's got the ball. They've got 2 wide to the right, 2 to the left. Looks like they've changed quarterbacks again. Here goes the snap. I can't
20.
tell for sure. He's going to go around the right side. He throws a crazy pass.
It was a dead duck, man. But
So-
he was wide open. The safety stayed back there, got bit on the left-hand side. But
I don't know how somebody from our team can't be
not
in the
get that.
vicinity of that pass. That pass went 30 yards in the air, floated around up there. I saw a guy with a beard come running out of the bleachers on the other side. I'm almost certain it was the Duck Dynasty crew, and they
"Duck,
almost
duck."
intercepted it, and nobody caught it.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
7:19 remaining here in the second quarter in the first half.
Is he number 28 or 20? My vision's failing me tonight, boys.
I didn't wear my glasses, left them in my briefcase or my luggage. He's
Uh,
trying to run around the end. Hawkins does a good job of containing him, and then he just throws a floater up down the field.
Good job,
And
Kevin.
A great play there.
Kevin Garcia came out of nowhere and stretched out.
Kevin Garcia, what a great defensive play there. That's number 1.
He looked
Hadn't
like-
called his name much the last couple weeks, and so that's a good play there from Kevin.
He's like 5'7". He stretched out to like 9'9" there.
Yeah, he
That was a
really,
good job. He
he
floated
really
in
went
the
up
air.
and got it. Kind of looked like Kobe.
Yeah. And
So-
the quarterback for Hagerman's left-handed, so.
That was an awkward-looking play just from the get-go.
And once again, that guy was open. He threw it to him.
Yeah.
Take a little bit of air off that, make him more on the rope. Him get
Yep.
the first down.
So 7-11, time for a big gulp.
Looks like Mike is up walking around on the sideline.
Yeah, he's taking that brace off his knee, and he's walking.
Oh, come on, guys.
He's walking with a limp. Hagerman to the line of scrimmage. They've got 3 to the right, 1 to the left. They're going to run it out here to
That's
the
what
left
you're trying,
side.
Ovi. Oh, wrap him up, son.
Ovi's got him.
Finish
He's
him,
hanging
finish him.
on. He finishes him off, and so Ovi Ontiveros with a great
Great
defensive
sack, man.
play all the way back to the 33-yard line.
His name is Abraham Abriles. He's a senior. for
Lots of
Hagerman.
seniors. Is this is the original? No, this is the kicker.
This is the kicker.
So,
We know he can
Hagerman
kick.
going to punt, and if this guy punts anything like he kicks, this could be an interesting.
Josh Carter's going to receive for us.
Josh Carlos is a speedster. I'd sure like to see him catch one on the fly.
Oh, come on.
Ooh, we almost had a
We need
block
a-
there, and
a
then they
big play.
kick it straight out of bounds.
Keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running. Oh, okay.
It's out of bounds. So 6:28 remains here in the quarter. It's 28-28. Eunice is going to take over.
It's starting to feel like last week's game. The first quarter we did awesome. Everybody was scoring. The second quarter, no.
Everybody went to sleep.
Yeah, it was kind of laxy-daisy, relax.
So the Cardinals take over here. They've got Kevin Garcia back there in the backfield, and this young man early in the season did some really good things. So he's back there in the backfield. Trips left. One receiver out here to the right. They're going to hand it to Garcia. Garcia's
gone.
up the middle. He's got some space. He's all the way out to, we'll call it the 47.
Oh, and he's still on his
He's
feet.
still going. Garcia's tough as nails.
Oh, yes. Yes, he is.
He's all the way down to the 46-yard line. That's going to be a first down. A great run by Garcia.
And he has great vision.
Yep.
Great vision. He's very fast. He outruns his blockers.
Tippett's a great player. I'd like to see him use this kid a little bit to give Tippett a break here and there, because when he's played, he's done a great job. 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 46. They throw it over to the left. That's toward Ortega. Pierce threw him the super fastball. He gave him that Dodgers, number 1, low and inside type call, and Ortega coming around the turn, and probably maybe should have turned it up a step early, and then maybe it'd have been there, or Pierce got to throw it a little back toward him instead of out low and outside.
Little touch on that.
Anyway, whatever it is, it's an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. They fake the
Awesome.
handoff, and then
Awesome.
they pitch it out to Garcia, who heads around the left side, and he gets dropped back for at least a 4-yard loss.
And it was a bad pitch back. He pitched it behind the shoulder. He's lucky he caught the ball. He had to reach back and catch that.
So that makes it third down. We'll call it 13. Ball spotted at the 49.
Sounds weird. Third down and 13 on Eunice Cardinals.
5:40 and ticking. Trips right, one to the left. Pierce and Garcia in the backfield. Here's the snap. He's looking down the field. Got a little room. He's going to try to cut it up and run.
Block one. Oh.
He throws it. Oh, my gosh. And that ball is going to be intercepted by the Bobcats. And the lineman for the Bobcats gets the offensive lineman for the Cardinals, and the ball got deflected up in the air. For those of you that can't see what's happening, the reason we're giggling is because the ball got deflected at the line of scrimmage. It went straight up in the air. A defensive lineman for the Bobcats come in to catch it, and he jumped up in the air to catch it. Well, an offensive lineman hit him like right in the belly. And, I mean, he caught it. It's a great catch there by the defensive lineman, but I bet he don't want to catch any more of those. 5:23, another turnover. This is the battle of the turnovers here. Ball spotted at the 45. Hagerman has the ball again. I'm not sure if this is a different quarterback again.
It is.
And they throw this pass down the side.
By
Stinson, Sean Stinson with the interception. He's the 40.
Good
the
job.
50, breaks across midfield.
Hold the ball.
And is going to be tackled right there. They're trying to strip it from him.
Have you noticed we've been playing the whole quarter between the 40 and the 30? We have not moved from here.
Hadn't moved much. So Stinson with a great interception there, and then a pretty good return. He returned at about 20 yards as well.
Defense has done their job the last 4 plays.
Yep. Yeah, so the offense started the game like a ball of fire, and now the defense has picked up. Offense got to get it back going again.
We need both play on the same page.
Yes. 1st and 10 Cardinals. Ball spotted right at midfield.
Go deep.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
Roll out.
We're rolling right, looking down the field. We throw it short to Benton. Benton does a couple of moves on some people, and he's going to have a first down. The ball's going to be spotted. We'll call it the 38.
Good job on him taking care of that ball.
Good pass there from Pierce. Great catch by Benton. Then a way to hang on to it as he got hit by about 4 guys.
And they're hitting. Hagerman is hitting.
They are hitting you. Ball spotted at the 38. Cardinals got the ball. Garcia and Pierce in the backfield. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. They're going to hand it off to Garcia, and there's just nothing there for him. He got hit in the backfield. He's going to lose maybe a yard and a half or 2.
The offensive line didn't show up on that play at all. They're like, they went out for lunch.
So 2nd, and we'll call it 12. Ball spotted now about the 40. 4:30 and ticking. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Pearson Garcia again in the backfield. There goes Ashton Thompson in motion. He cuts it up through the middle. He's got a little running room, or had some room. He looked like he kind of slipped and fell down, but he's out across the 45.
They tripped him up. Once he went by a play, they tripped him up. That's why it looked like he slid forward.
I said the 45. He's across the 35.
35, yeah.
So it's going to be 3rd, and we'll call it a long 6. 4:06 and ticking. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield. Only Pierce back there in the shotgun. Here goes the snap. He's got some pressure coming. He throws it down the field. He's got a man.
Good job, Ashton.
Oh, my goodness. And Ashton Thompson has the ball in. He looked like a circus juggling guy there for just a few minutes, but couldn't bring it in, or he'd have probably walked into the end zone.
And when the ball did not hit the ground, that Hagerman player,
yes,
he caught it, and when he hit the ground, it came out of his hands.
Popped out. Yeah, Hagerman almost with an interception. That play looked a lot like that Jow play that resulted in a touchdown the other day. 3:51, the clock is stopped. 4th and 6. Eunice is going to go for it. They got an empty backfield.
Scrambling. Run, son.
Oh, that's a 15-yard. That's going to be a face mask. And, yeah, so Eunice is going to get up first down after the face mask call. It looked like it was a face mask and a horse collar at the same time, if that's possible. So Eunice will wait on this call here, but 3:40 remains here in the half. It's 28-28.
I was going to say it's holding on Eunice, but
Eunice was looking at 4th and 6. That's got to be at least a face mask. Yeah. So face mask, 15 yards. It's going to be a first down Cardinals.
Wow.
We want to make sure, we hadn't had a chance in a while to shout out our sponsors, Parker Energy, Devon Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, Redbird Gas. Thank you, guys. Eunice back to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10. Ball now spotted about the 24. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. They run Garcia up the middle. His head hit the ground about a yard in the backfield after he got the ball. They're in the shotgun. He ran like a dang wheelbarrow with his head bouncing up and down off the ground.
And ran over 74.
For about 5 yards.
For
So
Eunice.
Eunice is going to have the ball at the, we'll call it the 19,
Timeout,
and Hagerman is going to take a timeout. 3:14 remaining here in the half. Eunice and Hagerman tied at 28. Hagerman takes a timeout. Eunice got a little momentum going here and a chance to score before the half.
Did you think the game would be this close?
I didn't, honestly. I thought Eunice would come out really hungry after last week's situation. And, I expected Hagerman to be able to do some things, but I didn't expect a tie ball
I agree with
game.
you. I thought Eunice was going to come out with the chip on their shoulder, prove a point, trying to get back up to the top 2 positions. But it doesn't seem like that to me. I'm just Monday morning cornerback here, but I don't know.
Yeah. While we've got a second, a shout-out to our volleyball team, Robbie Robinson, Coach Heiner, all those young ladies that play on that volleyball team. They're 12-3. They're ranked inside the top 10 at this time. They're 1-0 in district. They play Dora tomorrow here, and I can't remember the exact time. If it's a makeup game, if somebody will send me that time, I'd appreciate it, and I'll make sure to get it on the air. We weren't scheduled to cover it. Once again, it's a makeup game. Eunice has the ball, 2nd and 5. Ball spotted about the 19. They hand it off to Garcia, and he gets piled up right about the line of scrimmage. They're going to say he lost a yard, so he's going to be at the 20.
The problem is we're taking too long to hand the ball off, and Hagerman, their defense is so fast. They're just swarming. They're staying in their spots. As soon as they see the ball go wherever it goes, they attack them.
So that makes it 3rd, and we'll call it 7 maybe here. 2:50 and ticking. We've got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Garcia and Pierce in the backfield.
We're talking about the play, huh?
Here goes the snap. They fake the handoff to Garcia, and then Pierce decides to keep it, and he gets down to about the 15-yard line, but that's going to be about a yard short, maybe 2 yards short.
That penalty gave us our first down of the quarter. You know that?
So that'll make it. So they're going to go right up the middle here.
I worked earlier.
Eunice is going to pick up the 1st down.
It was a good spot. Oh,
And that's a
can't tell.
tough one. That's a
Oh,
tough.
it's Hagerman ball, according to the coach.
That's a tough spot too, man. I thought he got it easy.
They're going to measure it.
It looked to me like he got it easy. I don't know that I agree with the where it's sitting. So I'm told that the volleyball game tomorrow is at 11. So Eunice and Dora will play tomorrow at 11. And that's going to be a turnover
On downs.
for the Cardinals. So Hagerman gets the stop there.
Hagerman did their job that time.
Yeah. So
I mean, in the Eunice offense did not do their job like they.
2:15 remaining here in the half. Hagerman going to take over 28-28. Hagerman lost their quarterback, if you're just tuning in, and they were scoring on us every time they touched it. Hagerman lost their quarterback to an injury, and ever since, they've been just stalled out.
They've had 3 different quarterbacks out there since then.
Yeah, it seems like every time that they've had the ball, a different quarterback has came on the field. So we'll see if it's the same one this time.
They're going to run it just by looking at it. It's going to be direct snap to 22, I bet.
Trips left, 1 to the right. 2:15 on the clock in the half. And they are going to blow the whistle and throw a flag, delay a game on the offense. We don't have a white hat here. I've never seen a football game quite like this one, which I think I say that more and more every time we play, but there's no white hat here. It looks like they're an official short. So anyway, he was back there doing his hand like the white hat normally does, and so he blew the whistle, and so scoot him back 5. So it's 1st and 15, ball spotted about the 10. They're trying to pass it here.
Get him, Brandon. Get him, Brandon.
They almost had him in the end zone, and he gets back almost, looks like about the original line of scrimmage.
He's pushed out of bounds by 12, and who's the other kid? 23?
So the ball is, looks like they're saying he lost a yard, so we'll call it second and, it might even be at 2 yards, so second and 12.
It's tough for Hagerman to lose their quarterback like that.
1:45 and ticking. Hagerman comes to the line of scrimmage. They've got 2 receivers headed out to the right,
Who's the quarterback?
2 to the left. They got 2 people arguing over who's the quarterback. I don't think they even have a quarterback right now. I think that's they've just got 2 guys set up back there taking a snap.
Good job.
And
Hawkins.
Jerry Hawkins comes through and just slams down the, whatever you call that, the quarterback or whatever, for a huge loss. Great play there by Hawkins.
Just jumped on him like a criminal, man. Just threw him down.
Yeah, really good play there by Hawkins.
Hagerman's running like a wildcat offense right now.
They've got 2 what I would call running backs setting up back there shoulder to shoulder, and they're snapping it to one or the other. So Hagerman calls a timeout. There's 1 minute. Oh,
Eunice called a timeout.
So Eunice calls a timeout. I'm sorry. And so it's tied up 28-28.
Nobody has scored in this quarter.
Yeah, it's been an ugly second quarter. Maybe we could score twice here like Joe did in the last minute or 2 the other day of the first half.
When you get your Red Bull, man, you're not talking that much tonight. You kind of low.
Is
on
it the Snickers? A Snickers commercial?
The Snickers
you're not
cleans your
yourself
hunger.
without
You're
a
not
Snickers?
yourself,
Yeah, I like I said, I've had a long day. I've had a long week. I've been in San Diego. Been in Denver today. I flew into Midland, and the wife made me go to Sam's and H-E-B to find fruit for some fundraiser thing that they're doing for kids here, and then we flew across here just in time to change clothes and run up here. So, and then we had senior night, and so anyway, interesting evening. 1:16 remains here in the half. 3rd down and a long ways for Hagerman. They're going to run it straight up the middle.
23.
23 is Davis Brecken.
And 33, Trevino.
And so Eunice going to take another timeout here to stop the clock with 1:08 remaining in the half. It's going to be 4th, and we'll call it 11.
I think they do want to score, huh?
Yeah, Eunice is trying to.
We need something from the special teams from Eunice. They haven't done nothing
in several weeks.
Last time they scored on the special teams was in Hot Springs, if I'm wrong.
Hot Springs.
Carlos ran the ball back.
Yeah.
John Carlos.
We put Ortega back there this time, so it looks like they're alternating between Josh Carlos and Ortega. So Ortega.
For a while, they were putting both of them back there, huh?
Yeah, they have done that this season. Well, they put them both back. One deep and one a little shallower, or they put them side by side. I've seen them do it both ways. You know, the good thing about the deep and shallow guy is it gives them an opportunity for one of them to make a play on it, field it, and go, and the other one to block. So Hagerman's going to come out of this timeout. They're going to have the ball. It's 4th, and I'm going to call it 12. It looks like the ball spotted about the, we'll call it the 13-yard line. So Eunice has got an opportunity here to end up in good field position.
Well, they do have a good punter.
This young man can kick it. I wonder how athletic he is if he can throw it or run it. So they get it away. That ball's headed down the field. We're going to let it skip, and Ortega picked it up at the last minute. And then he gets hit and loses about a yard after he picked it up. So under 1 minute to go, about a 50-yard punt and a 1 or 2 yard loss on the return.
So what do we do here, Coach? Let the time run down and go deep.
Here goes Tippett
cameraman
back onto the field. Yeah, I'm gonna throw the ball now. I don't know if I go for it all in one play, but
I'll go to number 14. He deserves. He intercepted the ball earlier. Nobody's covering right now.
If they're going to set back in like a prevent, then I'll throw short. If they're going to get up, I might throw it a little long. So here we go. 1st and 10, ball spotted about the 41. There's the snap. Pierce got some pressure coming after him, and he goes down. Clock is running. Hagerman's got an injured player on the field. Now they've stopped the clock for the Hagerman player. Him and Ovion Taveros were tangled up. He ended up on his back.
And Ovi was pointing at him right away like, help him.
Yeah, like saying this guy needs some help.
Boyd's getting his workout tonight.
Yeah.
He's been on the field a lot more than Our special teams have.
Yeah, he's got a little hitch in his get-along or whatever they call it, but he's headed out there.
You sounded so country when you said that. You sounded so. I don't know if I can say it on the radio, but you sounded country.
I got a little country in me.
I apologize if that offended you or anybody else out there listening.
I got a little country in there.
I couldn't say that. Got a little.
So under 49 seconds.
That must be a tough field to play on. Either it's hard or I don't know.
And while we've got a minute, Parker Energy, Devon Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, the City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. Thank you, guys. We could not make this broadcast happen without you. We appreciate you. And, you know, those companies are kind of what makes our whole community tick. So thank you guys for all you do.
Thank you. And they sponsor the whole season, the whole sports season for football, basketball, baseball, and volleyball.
And I hear most of these same names, and there's a few others that are very good with this community, but I hear them over the speakers for the sponsors, for the booster, and all the other things that are going on here as well.
So if a sponsor wanted to get on, who they contact? Radio station?
You know, they can get a hold of TJ over at the radio station, or Aaron. Aaron or TJ would be the best over at the Nomart Broadcasting there in Hobbs. Their office is right there, just down from the police department and the Hobbs Municipal Court building there on Turner. I got a message here to wish Robin Acosta a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Robin. Thank you, guys. I mean, that family's very involved in the community and just do such a lot of stuff for the community. And so happy birthday, Robin. Wish you the best. She's 21 today. According to Charlie Fairbrush,
that's a good age.
He wanted to wish her a happy 21st. So, Robin, stay out of the bar. All right.
In this case, the local store.
Yeah. 48 seconds. We've got an injury on the field. I'm not real sure what the injury is.
Stretching his knee or his kneecap, or
yeah.
Mr. Miyagi's working his thing out there right now.
Yeah.
So
He's going to wax on, wax off, see if he can get him
back in
straightened
play.
out. You know, I haven't heard any updates on the QB. I don't know if the ambulance left with him earlier, but I haven't seen him here for a bit.
That number 5's on standby. Look at him. He's ready to go.
Johnny 5. Yeah, it is back over there, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's ready to go. You know, this young man from Hagerman, looks like they're going to try to help him up here. 79.
Just tell you, Mr. Boyd,
Yeah,
he's some magic out there.
He's really limping, but Boyd is he's fixing people left and right up here.
I'll have to go fix you after that
yeah.
jet ski over there.
I mean, you know, Boyd, he's fixing people like the Eunice Health Clinic does. They fix people left and right. Thank you to the Eunice Health Clinic. That, you know, that fixing, that's another country word.
Fixing.
That's brought to you by the Eunice Health Clinic because they're fixing everybody around here. So, anyway, looks like Eunice is going to come to the line of scrimmage. It is 2nd and 15. Ball spotted. We're going to call it the 35-yard line. Looks like it's right on the 35. 48 seconds remain here in the half.
2nd and 15?
Yeah, this kind of has the resemblance of what happened last week right here at the end of the half. So
You can't throw an interception.
Hope we manage the clock well here.
Nice screen pass. Ooh, did you see that hit?
Screen pass to Ortega, and he gets hit hard by the kicker. Clock is ticking.
Hard. I think
Eunice trying to hurry to the line of scrimmage. They're now showing 3rd down. 25 seconds remain. Trips left, 2 to the right. They're coming after Pierce.
Go down.
Oh. So they tackle Pierce in the backfield. We're down inside 12 seconds now.
Receivers got to
Still
run
tied.
back.
Receivers trying to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I don't think we're going to pull it off, do you?
We might snap it right if they'll turn around and get set. They got to get set.
Oh, he was wide open because he wasn't set.
Yeah.
He got sacked.
And Pierce gets sacked again. So
that was, 3 consecutive sacks to end the quarter.
3 sacks to end the quarter, 28-28. Eunice Cardinal football here on the Nomart Broadcast Network. We're going to send it back to the station for 7 minutes. 7 minutes back to the station.
You're clear.
All right. I'm going to take my headset off for the first few minutes. So,
Want to mute it?
yeah, might as well.
Two minutes.
back at the station. How much time we got left before we go back on?
10 seconds.
Wow, perfect timing, huh?
Man, just like I planned it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Eunice, New Mexico, where the Eunice Cardinals and the Hagerman Bobcats are tied up at 28 apiece. This Eunice Cardinal football team, to me, just has not quite looked like themselves, but this Hagerman Bobcat team came to play. While we've got just a minute, I want to send a shout out to some folks. Jared Gladden has been actively involved in the Sean Berry Memorial Scholarship for quite some time. For those of you that don't know Sean, the Berry family in general was just a great ranching family here in the community. Sean was he was a pretty neat guy. Not just a pretty neat guy, a very neat guy. One of my friends, a guy that I thought highly of, on state championship track team with me, and just a great young man. Went down to Sul Ross University to rodeo in college, and was in the process. He had been down there for a few years, was in the process of transitioning back to come back and help the family take care of the ranch, and died in a tragic automobile accident. And so anyway, Jared, with the help of many other great people here in this community and the Berry family, has kept Sean's memory alive by having the Sean Berry Memorial Scholarship. And tomorrow, every year they do some sort of big events to try to help raise money to sponsor or, to support his scholarship. But tomorrow at 9 a.m. they're having a cornhole tournament. At 11 a.m. I'm sorry, the day starts at 9 a.m. Cornhole tournament at 11 a.m. Dance from 8 to midnight. They're going to have jumpers and games and stuff out there for the kids all day long. There's a meat judging, and I don't know if anybody knows what a meat judging is, but that's what Mr. Gladden sent me. I actually know what a meat judging is because I'm one of the judges. I'm quite the judger of meat.
Is this supposed to be a secret who are the judges? Because I know another one.
I'm not sure. I don't know if I don't know if it's top secret or not, but I'm supposed to be judging some meat tomorrow, and I can tell you I know good meat when I see it. And
you're the expert of that.
I am.
I'm not going to argue that one bit, Your Honor.
So I'm looking forward to it. I hope they bring it, because I'm bringing my appetite to do some judging. But that stuff starts at 5. The cookers, the people that are cooking meat, can actually start at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. And so, we want to encourage people to come out. There's going to be a live auction as well as some silent auctions on tons of things. The 5 Miles West band is supposed to be performing. Bring your kids. They're going to have all kinds of things. Washers, horseshoes, once again, jumpers. They got a cornhole tournament going on. So much for the community. If you're interested to get in contact with Jared Gladden,
and I believe it's going to be at the American Legion.
Yes, that is right out at the American Legion here in Eunice. And so, want to make sure we let people know about that. Pretty neat event. Once again, we've also got the Eunice girls volleyball team playing tomorrow morning at 11 in the morning here at home. And then I don't know if anybody out there is listening can update me on this, but there is, I think they call it the Eunice Trade Days or something like that. It's Erica Jones, not my Erica Jones. There's 2 Erica Joneses here in town, if people don't realize that, and we're all related. So my cousin Josh Jones married an Erica, so she became Erica Jones. She spells her name with a K. And then I married an Erica, and so she's an Erica Jones. So there's Jay Jones and Erica Jones, and we get their mail all the time and all that stuff. But anyway, Erica Jones is putting on a craft show, and I don't know what all is going on with that tomorrow. I know that the senior class is going to be up there selling like fruit cups with what do they call it, chamoy and all that sort of stuff on it.
Traditional Mexican fruit cups.
Yeah, so that's going to be going on tomorrow. I don't know the hours and the times, and I probably should, but
You are
that'll
married
be
to an Erica Jones.
yeah, I should. The other Erica Jones, and she's going to be up there doing fruit. That was one of the stops I had to make today on my travels home. But anyway, so all that stuff's going on here in Eunice tomorrow. Tons of things going on in the community, and so get out and get involved. Our broadcast, once again, is brought to you by Parker Energy. Brett and Penny Parker, I know Brett's out there listening, and I know Jace Parker's out there listening because it's about birthday time for him. His birthday's on the 15th, so happy birthday, Jace Parker. Got another little Jace out there that it's his birthday, and I want to make sure that I mention Jace Jenkins. Happy birthday to my grandson. And then we got a message a while ago from Mr. Acosta saying to make sure to wish Miss Robin Acosta happy birthday. So back to the sponsors: Devon Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, the City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. Thank you guys for all you do. I had somebody else send me a message earlier about our little Rescue 7, that cool little ATV that runs out.
Rescue 5.
Yeah, that's why I called it 7. There's not 7 of them, there's 5 of them. But anyway, they sent me a message a while ago telling me that a lot of people might not know it, but that was purchased with a donation from Urinco. So Urinco helped with the purchasing or purchased that thing. So pretty neat deal there. Pretty neat little piece of equipment. It looks neat running out there. All they need is one of those body guys. I think we got Carlos Herrera here in town. He does some body work. Maybe he can form a little helmet over the top, like a little Eunice Cardinal helmet, and it runs out there on the field. I mean, that would be even better. So you fire folks that are out there listening to me, because I'm getting messages from some of you. That's folks. Your next thing. I mean, you got Eddie down there. He can do it all. He wires stuff up, and I mean, you know, that man can turn anything into whatever he wants to. Make that dang little Rescue 5 or whatever an alter ego and put a little football helmet on it where it can buzz out on the field like the little football helmet.
Why can't they change the name instead of Rescue 5, make it like an Isotope or something like Urenco donated it, right?
Yeah, Isotope 1 or something.
Isotope 1 or Isotope 5.
That could have been. Johnny 5 is alive. We talked
Johnny
about
5,
that earlier. So, yeah, anyway, they got some neat stuff going on here. You know, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. I have been saying for the last 3 years, I had never seen it until the last 3 years, but our team typically waits in the field house until the horn goes off. And then we put 3 minutes on the clock as they come out, and then they warm up and we walk out on the field. Last week, the officiating crew that was here, I don't know who's right, wrong, or indifferent. I had never seen that until we started doing it about 3 years ago. But last week, they threw the flag on Eunice for delay of game and then stepped them back for the kickoff. Lynn White, you are the man, the myth, the legend. We appreciate you. The Honorable Lynn White just stepped into the room and got us some stats for the first half. So, Leonard, we appreciate you. You are the man.
And they're eating McDonald's over there. Look at them.
Yeah, there's something going on in the booth beside us that's just not right. That is McDonald's, huh?
Sure, look at that.
And he's taking a big bite. That's a big bite. He's over there chewing on that.
Must be nice.
That burger. That's yeah. We're talking about him on the radio because he's over there eating on that burger, and so you know. Anyway, there's some burger eating going next door. Oh, shoot, we're getting some camera angles over there to the eating happening in the booth.
He's making
next
people
door.
dizzy, huh?
So under 3 minutes. Well, they put another 3 minutes on the clock because it was down to seconds.
We have to do research on that, how that really works. Time expires, you get an additional.
Yeah.
How that works.
Yeah, you know, Erica Jones, the other Erica Jones, she's still my family, but she's the other Erica Jones in my house. I'm sure my Erica Jones is the other one. She just sent me a deal saying that it's Eunice Market Days, and that is going on tomorrow here in Eunice. And so for all of you out there listening, come on down to Eunice Market Days.
And it's just for Saturday, correct?
I believe it is just Saturday, and it's I think it's at the Eunice Community
Center.
Yeah, I
drove by there earlier, and they have a lot of booths already set up on the outside.
So pretty neat
Vendors.
deal. Great thing for our community. It starts at 9 a.m. So shout out to Erica Jones for getting me that information. And anyway, so here we go. The Cardinals have taken to the field. There's 2 minutes going on the clock, and we shout out to all you folks that listen. Oh, shoot. Yeah, so anyway, Eddie Fabella, I did not have your number, or at least not this number in my phone. I kept getting a message from folks. So, Eddie, shout out to Eddie. He's our fire chief. You know, Eddie does a really good job out there. And you know, that our fire department, you know, anybody that knows me very well knows that I'm always up there debating with them over LCCA and
You
all that
debating?
sort of thing. I mean,
There's
I can
no
debate
such
with the
thing.
best of them. But I'll tell you this. Our fire department, our EMS, our fire folks do an amazing job, and every year they get these ratings that come out. And I used to could tell you what they were. I've been out of it for a while, so I'm not involved as much. But our fire and EMS folks do a fabulous job. Their ratings are really good every year, which people may not realize it, but people right here in this community save money on their insurances because of the rating of our fire and EMS group. So they do a great job. We appreciate you guys out there. And so shout out to Eddie and his
the department
group.
mostly is volunteered, right? They only have a few in staff.
Yeah, I think they're up to 4 or 5 full-time paid folks, but yeah, they have a lot of volunteers and a lot of like cross people that volunteer sometime and can get paid overtime or certain.
That kind of
for
shows you what
certain-
kind of community Eunice is on
Yeah.
people volunteering the time.
just a great community. There is no doubt about it. You know, I don't know if I can say this, but I love this place. I love, you know, that love word's tough to get out
Love.
sometimes, but I love Eunice and got a great community and you know, another note on that side of things is I know I debate and argue with folks from time to time, but at the same time, I think that we have a great community, and just like we don't always agree in my own household, I can have a disagreement with my kid or with my wife or whatever. I don't mean I don't like
Correct.
them or I'm upset about something. It just means, hey, I'd like to see things done
That's
a little
about being
different
an
here or
adult,
there.
right?
So, yeah, I think that's normal. But anyway, so Eunice is getting ready to kick off here the second half. It's 28-28. We're starting the second half, and here is the kick. It's that little pooch.
No onside, no fair catch. Get the ball, guys.
Oh, man, we had a real shot at getting on the ball right there. Ball skipped right past the front row of the Bobcats, bounced around a couple times, and then Hagerman picks it up. So Hagerman's going to take over first and 10. Looks like they're going to be about the 40, I'm going to call it the 44-yard line.
I wonder if they adjusted in the halftime who's going to be quarterback or what kind of offense they're going to be running this half.
Yeah, so, you know, shout out to Sean Roach from the Lee County Sheriff's Department. He's, I know they had a brand new baby yesterday or this morning, and Sean just said that they're listening.
Yesterday morning, I believe.
yeah, so pretty neat deal. I saw it on social media. So here we go. First and 10 for Hagerman. They snap the ball back to quarterback, and he gets hit in the backfield by
72.
Granados.
Antonio
That's
Granados.
Antonio, the senior, doing work back there. It's about a 3-yard loss for the Bobcats. Ball going to be spotted about the, we'll call it the 42, so about a 2-yard loss.
So it feels like the second quarter of the ball is almost in the same spot the whole.
Yeah.
We just got to score this time. Or Eunice has to score, not me.
So the Bobcats heading back to the line of scrimmage. They break the huddle. 2nd and 12. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Quarterback and running back in the shotgun. There goes a man in motion heading across.
that's
They're going to
cool.
hand it to him.
The ball went straight to him.
Yeah, they snap it to the quarterback. He kind of hands it at the same time. Granados
Granados
back
on
through
another
there
tackle.
again. Makes him another tackle.
That's pretty cool. The guy was in motion and the ball like landed in his hands. Like, I don't know if that was supposed to happen, but
You know, we used to run a play like that with Avante Stevens and Cameron Santa Cruz that's playing up at Eastern. Shout out to Cam.
and he's
He's
doing
a-
very well up there. I
Oh
heard.
man, he's Cam's a monster, and him and Avante both great kids. We miss those guys. You know, Mason Caperton, Hayden Dean, some of those names. You know, TJ, man, Felix. You know, some of those guys we definitely miss. So here's a pass down the field.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, the kid
That
from
kid was
Hagerman,
wide open too.
and he almost made a heck of a one-handed catch.
Where was our defense on that?
I'm not sure. I think
I'm
they were
telling
getting
you,
hot cocoa.
if their quarterback knew how could throw the ball to him, it'd be a tougher game right now.
Yep. So
They're going to punt right on 4th down.
yeah, looks like Hagerman's ready to punt
Yeah.
here.
Is it Juan Carlos?
Is
that
he
his name?
back?
Yes, sir.
Josh Carlos
Josh
is
Carlos.
his name. They kick it back to him. He's got a chance.
Oh!
Oh my gosh!
He got a hit.
Oh, and it's a helmet-to-helmet hit, I bet you, because he
Oh.
got smashed.
I wouldn't have thrown that. That's a good hit. That's
Yeah, Josh Carlos comes up, grabs the ball off the bounce, and as he did,
he got hit.
a Hagerman player hit him, and I'm guessing it's a helmet-to-helmet because he absolutely laid him out.
That was a good football hit. I mean, that was
10:24 remaining in the
nice.
third. Target, yep. So they called him for targeting. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. So Eunice will start here in pretty dang good field
like at
position.
the 40-yard line.
Yeah.
But question, is that the next time he gets a flag on him, he gets out of the game, or how's that work?
You know, I don't know. High school, I don't know how that works. In the NFL, I believe that's right.
College, too.
College, too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, so we got a debate going at the man,
Hot mic. I thought ours were just hot.
yeah, so the mic was still on. The coach and the referee
I don't know what happened.
having a good discussion.
And nobody of the Eunice fans went crazy for that. I was going crazy in here for it.
3 receivers right, 1 to the
Oh,
left.
come
There's
on.
a whole lot of movement going on.
The whole line moved but the hiker.
Yeah, I
Or the
think
center, what do you call
the
those
whole
guys now?
offensive line was rocking back into their position.
10-yard penalty. Back to the original start. Oh.
Jules had not snapped it yet, but everybody else thought that he had. You know, it must be something with the way we run our offense. It must be different than when I was a youngster, which a lot of things are different, but I don't think anybody looks at the ball because they are all moving. And see, none of them looking at the ball. So here we go. We're rolling right. It's 1st and 15. There's a
wide-
long pass down the side. Oh, and a great play there by Benton, but a great defensive play by Hagerman.
Would that be a greater play by the defense?
Yeah, in that case for sure. So 2nd and 15, 10-16 remaining in the third.
I hate hearing that. 2nd and 15, 3rd and 30.
Yeah, those penalties early in the.
And for many years, we never heard that for the Eunice offense.
Yeah, not the last 3-4 years for sure.
We got to have to correct this.
Mm-hmm. So 2nd and 15, ball spotted. We're going to call it about the 33. 3 receivers right, empty backfield, 2 to the left. Here comes the blitz.
Yep.
They're all coming. The whole team's coming. They're going to throw it down the field, and we overthrow Thompson.
Ashton Thompson.
You know, I like I know it wasn't a completion, but I like that better than I do. You know, he took the snap. He knew that he had all that blitz coming, and he just went ahead and let the ball go down the middle, and the only person that might have possibly had a chance was Thompson. And there's no sack. He doesn't get hurt. We move on
Go
to the
back
next.
to 3rd down, yes.
So 3rd and 15. Here we go. We've got Tippett back in the game. He's in the backfield with Pierce. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Pierce rolling to his right.
Watch
He's
the
looking
backside.
down the field.
And we
Pierce
go
is
quiet.
dancing. He gets past the 40, and I started to explain what he was doing, and then I just couldn't quite explain what it was.
There's a lot of going on there. It looked like a little tango, a little bachata. I don't know what's going on there. It's kind of
yeah. There was definitely some movement going on there. They rolled over to this right side, bobbed and weaved up and down the sidelines, picked up about 5, but it's now going to be 4th, and we'll call it 6. Eunice
our
in their
first
punt formation. Now the umpire is on the loudspeaker saying to start the clock. Ooh, my goodness.
In his defense, it was a bad snap. Almost went over his head. He had to jump up and get it, come down, plant, and kick it. He did a good job to get at least 10 yards on that.
The snap almost goes over the punter's head, which brings you back to last week. The punter's able to bring it down. Then he had some heat coming after him. He turned sideways, kicked it, and I think he's going to have about a 4-yard punt. I think that ended up being about a 4-yard punt. So Hagerman is going to take over. Looks like about a half a ball length inside Eunice territory. We'll call it the 50.
This is a horrible game, Coach.
It is an ugly one.
Ugly
for
game.
sure.
I'm sorry, not horrible.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, running back and a running and the quarterback in the backfield. They throw it out to the
Hawkins
right
almost had
side.
him.
Hawkins had him immediately. He did a good job, and then the cavalry comes through. That looks like Trevino along with number 74.
Antonio Granell.
Is that 74 is
Leo.
Leo. So Leo gets in on that one. And, you know,
Hawkins almost had an interception there,
yes,
too.
he did. He was right there. That looks like their quarterback is back. Isn't that him? That's number 19. Yeah, that is their quarterback. That's the quarterback.
Is that the one that's down again?
Oh, we got another guy down, huh?
Or was that the one they tackled?
No, the quarterback's back here.
Sure
That may be
is,
the
huh?
guy they tackled. So their quarterback is back. The Hagerman quarterback is back.
Did Mr. Miyagi go over and help him at halftime or what?
I don't know, but he's headed out there.
Oh, he's up and walking around like nothing. Look at him.
He's headed out there to.
He's-
Yeah, the quarterback for their team is.
Looks good. He looks good.
He doesn't. He's not limping or anything. He's running around. He's moving. So Hagerman's quarterback's back. We've got an official timeout here. They're helping the young man up. And he looks fine. He's up on his feet. He's not limping. He's headed to the sideline. So 9:34 remains here in the third. Still got a tie ball game, 28-28.
I'm kind of scared now if their quarterback came back. It's a
Yeah.
different ball game.
It could definitely be. This Eunice Cardinal defense is going to have to tighten up, which right now, I mean, this guy's been back, I'm assuming, the whole half, and so we're doing okay. So 2nd and 15 here.
Watch me go yard. I mean,
Yeah.
score on us.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, quarterback and running back in the backfield in the shotgun.
We're going blitz.
Here goes the snap. He's looking down the field. He flips it out here to a receiver on the
Wrap
right.
him up, Kevin. Good
left
job,
side.
Kevin.
Kevin Garcia comes up and makes a really
Real.
nice open field one-on-one tackle. They pick up about 6 inches again.
See how you got him, wrapped him up from his feet?
Yep.
That's textbook 101.
That's good stuff right there. Ball spotted at the 44, 3rd, and we're going to call it 16.
And the Hagerman's holding up, man. Earlier they weren't.
So the Eunice defense is doing all right here. And let's see if they can keep this going. 8:50 and ticking on the clock. Tied up, 28-28. It's 3rd, and they're showing 16. 3rd and 16. Same formation, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Quarterback and the running back in the backfield. They've got some pressure coming on
Oh,
the
he got
quarterback.
hit
He
hard.
lets it out to the right
and he
side.
caught the ball.
and
How did y'all let him catch that?
nobody went for the football.
That
So-
thing floated in the air for 2 weeks.
Man, and Hagerman catches that
And
football.
converts a first down in Eunice territory now.
About a 20-plus yard pass that went 30 yards in the air again. 20 yards down the field.
It was ugly, but it was pretty at the same time, if that makes sense.
1st and 10, Hagerman. Ball spotted at the 32. 8:23 and ticking.
And he took a hit. He stayed in the pocket, and he got a good hit by, I don't know what it was. I think it was 72 or 74.
Hagerman this time has trips out here to the left, 1 wide out to the right. Quarterback and running back in the shotgun.
And we got
Here goes the snap. Looking down the field. Quarterback's going to break and run. He's got
Got a
some
flag.
room. He runs over the official and falls down.
But there's a flag on the field.
Where's the...
It's over there behind the roof that's walking real slow towards us.
So it looks like the way the Hagerman Bobcats team is doing, they're waving their arms and looking frustrated out there. The quarterback for Hagerman is mad at the official for running into him.
Defensive holding.
So they're gonna. It's got to be out. So 7:53 here in the
said,
third,
yeah. I'm sorry. I think I was paying attention, but I wasn't to you.
and they're gonna mark this off
What was that, like 15?
after the play. So, man, they just marked off a huge
I
penalty
guess so.
there. So 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for Hagerman. Hagerman's hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Looks like the ball's going to be spotted about the 17-yard line, maybe the 16-yard line. 1st and 10. And I don't know what in the world's going on there, but the ball's bouncing back across the ground. They blew the whistle. They stopped it.
False start on Hagerman. I bet.
So, yeah, they're going to false start Hagerman here. Hagerman slowly driving this ball down the field, taking a lot of time off the clock and heading closer and closer to the end zone.
The last couple of plays have been passes.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be 1st and 15 for Hagerman. Once again, their quarterback is back.
has a small limp.
Yeah. And so they're back in the huddle. They take their time in their huddle when they do. They don't go to it all the time, but when they do huddle, it's
It's
very,
a huddle, huh?
very slow, lengthy huddle. Now they've got some toe-to-toe splits here in the middle. I would look for them to run it up the middle.
Oh,
Oh, they ran that little
good.
reverse, and then
fumble,
we hit
fumble,
'em.
fumble. Oh, just touch. Don't get it.
Brady Colburn comes up and hits the running back as they were trying to do a fancy little reverse. He hit him right as that handoff was going. The ball hit the floor, started bouncing back down the field, and their quarterback jumped on it.
I was afraid somebody's going to land on the quarterback and throw a flag for roughing the passer.
So that's a huge loss. It's going to make it second down and about 24 is what they're showing on the scoreboard.
That's a good job on the defense.
Ball spotted right at the 30.
Real good job on the defense.
So here comes Hagerman to the line. They've got trips out here to the left, one wide out to the right. Quarterback and running back in the backfield. Here's the snap. He's looking deep the whole way. Throws it across the middle. Brady Colburn with the interception.
No, that's 33. That's Trevino.
Oh, is that Trevino? Trevino with the interception. I'm sorry. Brandon Trevino with a great interception.
That's his second one this year.
Yep, and he runs it all the way back across the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Yep, he had a big interception last game, not against Jao. Who played before Jao?
Texaco.
Texaco.
Yeah.
Right at the end of the game.
And it looked almost just like that one.
Very similar.
Except the other one, he kind of took it away from a guy. So, great interception there by Trevino.
Jao. The Eunice defense once again stepped up, man, and stopped him.
So Eunice hustles to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 46. 6:27 in the third. 3 receivers to the left. They hand it to Tippett right up the middle.
He made it to 3-yard line? 3 yards?
Yeah, he picked up about, we'll call it 2. Ball spotted at the 48.
Yeah.
So second, we'll call it 8. 6:10 and ticking. Still a tie game here, 28-28.
Have you heard any other updates on other teams?
I haven't got any other updates. Anybody out there listening has any updates? And Jao, I'm sure Jao is running off and leaving. Oh, no.
Took my breath away.
Got to get rid of it. Got to get rid of it. All right, he's going to
tuck
tuck
and
and
run
run. He's past the 50, and he's all the way up to like about the 47-yard line.
If one of the Hagerman players peels off their receivers and comes back and snatches that ball out of his hand, the way he's carrying it open like that, that's dangerous.
So 5:45 on the clock. 3rd down, and we're going to call it a long 3, maybe 4.
Maybe 4. 4 and 6 inches, boss.
Yep. So Garcia goes into the game. Tippett comes off. He's still kind of limping a little bit. They hand it to Garcia, and he gets hit right up in the middle, and then Eunice drives the pile forward, or it would have been a loss. But they get out to, let's say they pick up a yard. It's going to make it 4th and a long 1, maybe 2 yards. I'm guessing we got to go here.
We have to.
5:20 and ticking. Especially with a 4-yard punt the last time, you almost got to. I'd just run Pierce right up the middle.
50-50?
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
Did not handle the ball.
We got a bad snap. Pierce is in trouble.
He took his eyes off it for a second.
Oh, man. And the ball's all the way back to the 45-yard line after I don't know if it's a bad snap
it was
or
a good snap. It just came through his hands.
went through his hands.
A little moisture in the air
I looked
tonight.
down at my roster and looked up, and the ball went through his hands and to the back. So 5:07 remaining. Eunice is going to turn the ball over here. Hagerman has the ball, 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 47.
That's most action all night. You see that the 2 balls collided in the air. That's the most action I've seen this quarter.
The ball boy for the Cardinals threw the ball out to the center of the field with the referee. The referee was throwing the ball to the ball boy, and the 2 balls collided in midair. And so, anyway, 1st and 10 here. Ball's at the 47-yard line. Hagerman with the ball. Still tied, 5:07 on the clock. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Quarterback takes a snap. He's looking down the field. He's rolling over here to his left. He's got some pressure. He flips it down the field. A great pass and a great catch. The Jao game is over at 54-0. Jao 54-0 early over Loving. Thank you, Mr. Nogelmeyer, for that update. We appreciate you. My early update was from the Fulfer family, and they were updating me, so we appreciate you guys.
54 to nothing?
54 to nothing, early game.
That's a good game.
Done. Yeah. 4:50 and ticking.
A lot of action
First
there.
and 10 here for the Bobcats. Yeah. So Hagerman steps to the line of scrimmage. Ball at the 35. Trips to the right. One wide to the left. Here's the snap. Quarterback's looking down the field. He throws. He's got a man. And
still on
he
his feet.
catches it still inside. He's all the way down to the 15-yard line. And,
once again, they're back in.
yeah, they're back knocking on the door. They've got their quarterback back, and you can tell it. 4:26 on the clock. Should be ticking.
And they're running a different offense with that quarterback.
First
just
and
pass,
10.
pass. And complete.
Ball spotted. We'll call it the we'll call it the 14. We'll call it the 14-yard line. Looks more like the 13. We'll call it the 14. 4:07, still ticking. Tight splits here. They're gonna. This is where they faked that handoff up the middle and dumped that little short pass earlier. There it is. That's it, right there.
Incomplete pass, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's they ran that play a couple times. So 3:55, clock stops after the incomplete pass. 28-28. Second and 10 after that, like I said, little incomplete pass there.
We'll try it again, watch. Still the third quarter, right, Coach?
Yeah, it's the longest game in history. Jow walks up to the line of scrimmage.
Jow.
Two receivers to the right, two to the left. Here goes the snap. Nope, they stop and look over there. They were trying to get people to jump off sides. Now here goes the snap. They hand it right up the middle. Have a good play there by Trevino. Brandon Trevino. Once again, our thoughts, prayers go out to the Trevino family. He lost his father this week. So thoughts and prayers to Brandon Trevino and his family. 3:35 and ticking. Third down, and we're going to call it a long 6. Ball spotted about the 9.
It is. Seems like a long game, huh?
Yeah.
There's some coffee up there. Anybody's in House bringing some coffee from Starbucks.
Shoot, we got B's Coffee Shop right here. We just need
That
them
is
to
true.
open up at this time of night. All right, so here goes the snap. They fake the handoff, throw it down the field, incomplete. So that's going to make it fourth down. Be interested to see if they come out and try to kick field goal.
He's already walking out there.
Here goes the field goal kicker. He's headed out there like he's
confident.
Yeah, I mean, who's like, what's one of the big field goal kickers from the day? My brain went blank. I was trying to think of one.
What day? You've been on this for a long time.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a good field goal kicker in the NFL because he ran out there like, yeah, I know I'm about to run out there and kick a field goal.
Tucker for the Ravens.
Yeah, there was no thought there. I mean, he was sprinting out on the field with his little tee. So here we go. Hagerman going to try the field goal. It's going to be a 25-yarder, and it's a boom. He kicks it all the way to Hobbs, but he must have hooked it.
That should get the defense once again stopped them.
Yeah.
I laugh about it because it's amazing. They keep showing up.
Yeah.
I just noticed the concession stand's closed.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know that because I don't know if it wasn't open when we started because I looked over there when we started and it wasn't open.
Huh.
Now
it was, yeah, because we got snacks over here.
Well, it may open after the game started, but like when they were doing all that stuff at the beginning, I looked over there and the screen was still shut and everything. Yeah, so I don't. Anyway, Eunice takes over, 1st and 10. Ball spotted, it looks like about the 20.
Yeah, like squirrel, focus.
Yeah. It's
we do need to score here.
Yeah, we got to get something going offensively. Eunice steps to the line, 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 20. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Pierce, and he fakes the handoff to Garcia, takes it around the left end. He's going to pick up a few yards, but not a whole bunch of yards.
I spun to get 3 yards on that one.
So Eunice quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd, and I'll call it 7. Ball spotted about the 23-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Pierce and Garcia in the backfield. They fake the handoff, throw it down the field to Thompson. Thompson gets around the corner, and he gets pushed out of bounds. He was about a step away from breaking that one.
That was a good catch on him. He caught it on the run and It's also a good throw from Conager.
Yeah, great throw, great catch, great run after the catch there by Thompson.
If we can be consistent like the way we're playing right now, would be awesome.
1st and 10, ball spotted right at the 40, 2:26 on the clock. Not sure what's going on
They're
there.
looking in for the play.
All right, so here we go. We're stepping up the line of scrimmage. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Pierce and Garcia in the backfield. So Tippett's still out. Looking down the field, bouncing around looking. He throws it across, and a great throw and an even better catch all the way across the field. Stinson gets hit hard as he catches it, but he holds on for a first down.
That was
Cardinals
a very good catch on his behalf.
right at the 45-yard line. So running to his right, throws it all the way back across the field, which is something you always say not to do, but he threw a strike.
He has to get on for it.
1st and 10, ball to 45. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Here comes the blitz. It's a big one.
Oh, is that no, that's a receiver.
No, he threw it away, and then he gets slung down and back.
And there's no flag.
And
Wow.
so Pierce slow to get up. He threw it right at the feet of Ortega, so he had a receiver there. Looked like they were trying to set up a screen, so it looked like the whole offensive line let the defensive line go. But then we couldn't find that, that running back coming across there, which I think was Ortega that floated into the middle. But anyway, it's going to make it 2nd and 10. Ball still at the 45, 2:05 on the clock. Clock stops because of the incomplete pass. It's 28 all. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Pierce in the shotgun, takes a snap, looking down the field. He rolls to his left. He throws it
into number 3 from Hagerman.
He had nobody between him. He was only about a yard or two still behind the play marker, the line marker.
Line of scrimmage.
And, I mean, he'd have had 10, 15 yards if he'd have just ducked and jogged.
And he also had 14 right in front of him with a 40-yard dash.
So 3rd and 10, ball at the 45, 1:56 on the clock. 15, that's Mata comes onto the field. Number 7 is Van Brecken. He steps off the field. Stinson switches sides. He comes over here to the right. We got that little full house backfield from the shotgun.
Mata's in the back.
So I wonder if this is a trick play. 3rd and no, we're not
He's
tricking.
coming and stay in block, huh?
Yeah.
Good throw.
Oh, and that ball gets deflected. Defender does a good job of coming in and getting a
21
hand
plays
in
some
it.
good defense over there, don't he?
Yeah.
There,
So
now he
that's-
throws it. Oh, watch it be on Eunice. Please don't be on Eunice.
So that Granada's
We're
throwing his hands in the
unsportsmanlike
air.
conduct.
So the Eunice faithful getting a little rowdy here. They're not liking the call. So 1:51 remaining in the 3rd.
Yep, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Unsportsmanlike conduct
that's what
on
he called.
Eunice.
Number 10, I believe. Is that what he said?
They didn't say. They didn't say who it was on. So he's calling a 10-yard penalty or 15-yard penalty. It's an unsportsmanlike. So I thought that was, well. Anyway,
10.
so it's going to be 4th down and 20.
That's a tough play.
So the punt team comes on the field for Eunice. 1:51 remaining here in the 3rd. 28-28.
Wood snapping the woods. That's cool.
Here goes the snap and the kick.
Oh,
He gets a good one off. Hagerman comes up, plays it. Got a good head of steam. He's running. He's out across the 40 and out to the, looks like the 45-yard line. Thrown out of bounds by Josh Carlos, number 21, the senior.
That's actually a good punt by Eunice.
Yeah. But a good return there by Hagerman. So they get,
Back to the 40, huh?
yeah, I mean, they're back past the initial, first down marker that we were trying to get to.
And
So,
their offense has been doing good for Hagerman.
so we'll see. Our defense stopped them down there a while ago on the interception, but they were driving. So we'll see what happens here. 1:41 on the clock, 3rd quarter. It's a tie ball game here, 28-28. This game stays like this, win or lose, it hurts the Cardinals. Eunice has got to extend this out or it'll hurt us in that Max Preps ranking. And I know some people out there say that stuff don't matter, but it's going to matter in these last 2 weeks.
It does matter.
So there's a lot of movement going on.
On the offensive line there.
Yep, so false start on the Bobcats. They're going to scoot them back. Yeah, that Max Prep's ranking, there's a lot of people out there say that stuff doesn't matter, but I can tell you it matters big when it comes to the end of the season, because that's one of your 6 criteria that give you points to determine where you're ranked. And a close game against this Hagerman team, or a loss for sure, but a close game would hurt us. So here we go, 1st and 15. Hagerman back to pass. He throws a dart across the middle. Looked like it was thrown to nobody.
But the closest player was 33 for Eunice.
Yeah.
Trevino. I thought he had another one there.
Yeah, it would have been nice. We need one. 1:38 on the clock. I don't know if any time went off the clock on that last play. 28-28. 2nd and 15. Ball spotted at the 42. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. This seems to be their play or their set of choice. They just do this over and over and over. So they fake the deep pass, and then the quarterback takes off up the middle. He's got a little room. He slides down like an NFL quarterback down to the 49.
His leg must be hurting, because he could have got a lot more yards.
And he got up limping pretty severely after that too. But, you know, it makes you wonder about that injury from earlier. But because I guarantee you that young man in the first quarter wasn't sliding.
No. He would have been gone.
Yeah, he just dropped down there and slid.
He would have been gone.
So 1:08 and ticking here. Third down, and we'll call it 8. Ball spotted about the 49. Hagerman's slow to get the play in. It just now got into the huddle, so they do the old school run a player in, yeah. So here they come to the line of scrimmage. They're headed up there. They've got trips right, 1 to the left this time.
Guess it don't make a difference. Old school and new school football, 28-28, huh?
Yeah. So here goes the snap. They're looking down the field. It's quarterback keeper again. He's got a little room. They come up to hit him. He runs out of bounds, and he is limping big time.
But he got a first down.
And it's going to be real close, but it looks like he made it. Yeah, they're going to signal the change to move. So first down for
I think it was
Hagerman.
a run play from the very beginning.
32 seconds remaining in the third. It's a tie ball game here, 28-28.
And the Eunice faithful's quiet out there.
Man, it is a quiet game. The team has been quiet. I mean, shoot, I think we had 28 in the first quarter, and we haven't scored since. I mean, so 28-28. Hagerman with the ball. They're in that little packed-in thing. They're going to run that little pass. Yep, see? There's the little pass play.
Kevin got him down right there, number 1.
Kevin comes in, makes a tackle. Obi comes in and
finished him up.
At the end, and the Hagerman players, he's jumping around on 1 foot. I'm not sure. But they, we had a good tackle out there, but not before they picked up 8 yards. So it's going to be second, and I'm going to call it.
He called the timeout.
3.
Did Hagerman call the timeout? They're all running over there. They ain't blowing a whistle or nothing yet.
Yeah, there's. They're going to let the clock run. So that's the end of the third quarter. Scores 28-28. We'll send it back to to our station for a word from our sponsors for 30 seconds.
Well, she's awake.
You're clear.
All right. She might have been napping just a little.
The game's kind of stale.
It's making me nap a little bit.
Kind of stale. I don't know if we're not giving enough energy from here or what.
Man, I tell you, it's just been a rough one. It just hasn't looked like. No. I didn't expect this.
5.
Did not expect this at all.
3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to frosty North Pole, a.k.a. Eunice Cardinal Stadium. It's cold. The team looks cold. The fans look cold.
Offense looks frozen.
I'm kind of cold. The offense, what's that Frozen song that everybody sings?
Frosty the Snowman or what?
No, not Frosty the Snowman. The one from the movie Frozen. Let it go, let it go.
That's hurting my ears.
We need to let it go and run some offense here. So,
open it up, man.
We're getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Hagerman has the ball. They're driving. It's second, and we'll call it a long 2. Ball spotted at the
Oh, false
35.
start on
We
Hagerman.
got a
No
lot
flag.
of movement. Here comes the flag.
There it is. Little delay.
So the flag was frozen too.
Yes.
False start on Hagerman. That's going to scoot them back. That's a big penalty for the Bobcats, but this Eunice needs to stop here.
They're killing themselves. They've had a lot of penalties themselves.
So I'm not sure what's happening there, but anyway, so 12 minutes. Well, we haven't even got a snap yet. So just starting the fourth quarter. It's going to be second. We'll call it 8. Ball at the 40. They hand the ball. No, the quarterback runs it right up the middle.
He
And
fell on his own.
that's Jorge Ontiveros that runs up there beside him and says, boo, like Halloween, and the guy fell over. But,
That was Big 52. Stop. Stop.
yeah.
He's coming out, I think. No? He's going to get the play.
Jorge gave him the Halloween boo and scared him to the ground.
Scared him to the ground.
You know, it could be that knee, too. You know, sometimes when you mess that knee up,
Try
it
to
kind of
push off
gives
it.
out on you. And when he tried to cut right there, that's when he went down. So third down and 10. Ball spotted at the 42-yard line in Eunice territory.
They were right there, too, with that huddle. Eunice probably heard the play.
At real close. That looked like a defensive huddle. 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback in the shotgun with the running back. He's looking past the whole way. Throws it down the middle. It's deflected.
Deflected by 33, right?
Yeah, looked like
Trevino.
Trevino gets in there and gets a hand on it. Deflects it back. Had number 12. That's Hyan Castro. The ball deflected right over there by him. I'm not sure he knew it was coming, but 11:06 remains here in the game. It's a tie ball game, 28-28.
And
Hagerman going to have it 4th and 10. They're going to have a big decision here to make. They're in Eunice territory. Looks like they're in the huddle, so I'm saying they're going for it.
I'm going to assume they are.
Yeah, so I would look pass all the way here. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
They were playing a zone defense, too. Because watch,
I'd
once they
get
did-
those linebackers out of the – I'd spread them a little, I think. So here
pass
they
all the
come
way.
on that little screen play.
Pass.
They're going to
Wrap
run
'em
right
up.
up, and they've got some
And
space.
he got the first
He's
down.
going to make the first down.
And 5. He made that look too easy.
So that's a first down for the Bobcats.
You mean our ambulance turned his lights on for
Yeah,
him?
the ambulance got
They
excited
just
there.
switch side on us.
Yeah, that's unacceptable
I
here
know,
at Eunice Cardinal Stadium.
We
The
take that all
ambulance-
back, Eddie.
Yeah,
We take it all back.
Eddie, all that good stuff we were saying about your fire department. The Bobcats got a first down, and the Eunice ambulances turned all their lights on in celebration. I'm not sure what was going on here.
They're trying
Maybe
to
they were
blind the
trying to
quarterback.
wake up the defense.
The defense.
So we'll let that one go, Eddie. Let it go. Let it go. Or snow or whatever. 10:35 remaining here in the game. 28-28. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Quarterback and back in the shotgun. Ball spotted at the 30.
It gets quiet.
Long snap. Here's the snap. They hand it to the middle up to 34. Brady Colburn wraps up the feet, and then
33 Trevino. finishes him up.
33 Trevino comes in and finishes him up on the top end.
Do you think Hagerman is slowing down intentionally? They know they can probably
Letting that
score on us
clock.
and work the clock
Yeah,
against us.
I would guess that they kind of look like they're running some clock here. 2nd and 9. You know, I know Hagerman wants to win this ball game, but a close game or you know, a 1 touchdown game for them is huge. This is a big game for them, positive, if they just keep the score like it is. Here comes that option out
There
to
he
the
goes.
left.
That's Kevin.
Garcia comes through, wraps up the feet. Ovi Ontiveros picks up the ball and was headed the other way. He thought it was a fumbled ball.
And they have another player down.
Another Bobcat is down.
Eunice must really hit hard.
There's a lot of injured Bobcats today for sure. Yeah, Ovi was licking his chops. He thought that he was going to get to pick one up and run it 60-plus yards for the
Blew it
pay
dead,
dirt.
huh?
Yep, they blew him dead. So
That
it's
would have been
gonna,
nice.
it's going to be 3rd down here, and we'll call it like 17. Ball will be spotted about the 37-yard line. Bobcats once again have an injured player down on the field. While we've got a minute, we'll make sure to shout out to our sponsors. Brett and Penny Parker, Parker Energy Services. Trying to find my little sheet here. Devon Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, the City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. Once again, we want to shout out the Eunice Public Schools, one of our sponsors, in the process of trying to bring that new gymnasium to Eunice. Rosendo and I are both on that building committee trying to plan it, and I've heard some people calling it the Taj Mahal, and I agree. I think it does kind of look like the Taj Mahal, and I think the kids of Eunice deserve something like that. We've got definitely the Taj Mahal of football stadiums.
That we do.
And why wouldn't we have the same over there in a facility that we spend a lot more time in a year
And
than
that
you
stadium,
do out here?
that gym should be for all ages of kids.
Yes, agreed.
Not
agreed.
all ages of
Yeah, and get some kids in there and get them participating in basketball and volleyball and other sports that they can use that place for. But get some kind of a youth program going, all that kind of good stuff. And anyway, just a really neat deal. They get that finished, they could have some tournaments here and other things, bring in some business to the community, and so yeah, just a good deal.
Big deal.
9:25 and ticking. Hagerman still has the ball. It's third down now, and we'll call it 17.
Yes.
Ball spotted about the 37-yard line. Hagerman really slow getting to the line of scrimmage here. Trips over to the left, one out here to the right, quarterback and the back in the shotgun. They're going to watch here they go. Here's the snap. They're looking down the left side the whole way. They throw it at the last minute into the ground as Obi Ontiveros was right in the face of the quarterback. He gets rid of it real quick. So now it's going to be fourth and 17, and this is right about the place they were a while ago when they went for it.
And converted to a first down.
And then they got moved back on the penalty. So anyway, big play here in this game. 8:53 remaining in the game. It's a tie game, 28-28.
And it shouldn't be this close of a game if you're Eunice faithful.
No, it's just the ice. I mean, it's froze us all up, and we just can't quite get going.
Are we just not focused as a team, or did we overlook this team?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I thought this would be a good game. They've got the punt team on the field.
I believe it's
The fans for Hagerman went nuts. They were booing their coach and screaming and hollering at him when he sent the punt team onto the field, and he agreed with them and called a timeout, I think. So I mean, Hagerman's got the ball at the 36-yard line. It's fourth down and a long ways, but they got the ball at the 36-yard line.
And they've proven they can convert on the fourth down on us.
I mean, with their punter, if they punt it here, it's most likely in the end zone. I mean, because that guy can boom it. I mean, this isn't I don't know. We'll see what happens.
But just by looking when they came out, they were so anxious it had to be a fake punt.
Well, they've got the same group back out there, though. So the punt team's back out on the field. We'll see what happens.
Hope they don't catch the defense slipping. I mean, sleeping.
Slipping, sleeping. That's
it's all ice related, huh?
Yeah, same sort of deal. So the Cardinals don't even have anybody back. They've got their regular defense up.
Just smart.
Hagerman has got the punt team out there. They're going to punt it, and he punts it over toward the sidelines. Going to skip it out of bounds inside the 20. We'll call it the 17? So they spot it at the 17. So they go from the 37, so a 20-yard punt.
Our offense must do something this possession.
8:48 here.
Wow.
8:48 remaining in the game. It's a tie ball game, 28-28. I don't think any of us expected this. I expected this. I looked at the scores. I expected Hagerman to be tough. I didn't expect it to be a 28-28 game late in the fourth quarter. So Cardinals come to the line of scrimmage. 3 to the left, 1 out to the right. Pierce and
7 wasn't even
somebody
set for
in the backfield, and here comes the whole Hagerman Bobcat team. They sent down the mayor, the dog catcher. Everybody from Hagerman came over and sacked Pierce for a huge loss.
Who's that slow to get up? Is that Julius?
We've got somebody that was extremely slow getting up there. Maybe Pierce.
No, it's Julius.
It's the center,
Yes,
Julius Woods. was real slow getting up. Huge
But for the Eunice
loss.
team, that receiver number 7 was not even set, and they hiked the ball.
So it's going to be now second, and I'm going to call it 18, 19 yards. They're saying 19 on the scoreboard. Ball's all the way back to the 8-yard line. We've got an empty backfield now, which means they're going to come blitz us probably. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Every time we go empty, they bring the kitchen sink. We throw it out to Ortega. He's got a little room. He's still going down the sideline. He's going to get back around the initial line of scrimmage. And so that's going to, that'll help the Cardinals there. We went from 2nd and 19 to 3rd and about 8, 9.
It's positive yardage.
Ball spotted at the 20-yard line. We'll call it the 19. Bad thing about it is if we don't get a first down here, now we're going to have to punt and give it back to them. Trips left, empty backfield again. They're going to send the kitchen sink. They put a little pressure on Pierce. We throw it down the field. It's intercepted. Hagerman with a big run back. They're all the way to the 25, the 20, all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Hagerman is knocking on the door here with under 8 minutes to go.
And he was brought down by 58.
Their 15 fans over there, as well as their team, are going nuts.
They're making more noise than ours.
I guarantee you, our place over here is silent.
And on that throw, it was just a little too short, man.
7:38 remain in the game. Hagerman gonna have the ball, 1st and 10, right at the 15.
I kind of feel bad for the defense because they did their job earlier. Now they got to go back out there tired. Hagerman has great position to score in maybe 2 plays, and it makes them look bad.
And so here we go. We'll see what happens here. 1st and 10, ball at the 15, 28-28. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Quarterback and running back in the shotgun. They call the play. Here goes the snap. They hand it right up the middle to the running back. He plows ahead for maybe 1 yard. They're going to spot it at the 14. So he picks up 1. 7:25 and ticking. Hagerman letting the clock run.
Yeah, the slow developing play. And I bet you they're going to
Keep letting it run.
run down.
I'm telling you, I don't blame them.
Time's on their side right now.
7:10 and ticking. Same formation. 2 right, 2 left. Quarterback and running back in the backfield. They're going to let that time run all the way down until the official tells them they're inside 5, and then he'll snap it. That's what they're going to do. Yeah, he's just looking at the clock. So they're content with letting this clock run, especially with them having the ball right here deep in Cardinal territory. They snap it back to him. He's got a lot of pressure. A couple of people almost had him. Ovi comes up and wraps his waist up and slips off of him, but he falls down. So 6:30 and ticking.
If that kid would have been healthy, he would have scored right there.
Yeah, he's got something wrong with his legs because the first quarter
Yeah.
he didn't look like that.
He
When
scored 28 on his first quarter.
Yes. So 6:20 and ticking. It's 3rd and about 14 after the sack by Ontiveros.
See our players all the way on that side of the line? That's a penalty right there, is it not?
Yeah, so our whole team is down all the way to the 10, unless they've changed that rule. I mean, you look at Hagerman's over there; they look like some cattle on the
on that one. On that
you know,
line.
where they all stand out there huddling in the freezing. So here we go, 3rd and we'll call it 13. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. They snap it back to quarterback. He's looking down the field. He throws it. It's picked off
by Sticks.
Sean Stinson's got a little room. He's out to the 30, the 35. And so Eunice with a big interception by the senior, Sean Stinson.
That's his 2nd interception tonight.
Yeah, that's a great play there by Stinson, and he's all the way back out to the 36-yard line. So with 5:42 remaining in the game, these Cardinals have got a chance. They got to do something with it.
We must do something. He plays wide receiver for the offensive side. Give it to him. Call his number, give it to him.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what you do, but 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball spotted at the 36. 5:42 on the game. Here goes the handoff to Ortega. No, they fake it, and here goes Pierce. He's up the middle. He's got a big gap. He's all the way out to, he's going to have a first down at the 46-yard line.
He's getting hit a
So
lot.
he got right at 10 yards, but it looks to me like it's going to be 10 good enough for a first down.
No.
And they're still not going to mark it first, but I guarantee you I am looking right down at it, and it is a first down. There is absolutely 100% no
Yep.
doubt in my brain. It's okay. Now they're going to signal a first down. I'm right at the. I'm like, man, it is a first down by a half yard. But anyway, so now they've moved the chains. 5:22 remain in the game. Clock is ticking. 1st and 10. Ball's at the 46.
5 minutes, huh?
Fake
Oh.
the handoff up the middle. Pierce rolling to his right. He's going to turn the corner.
Gets
No, he
sacked.
gets sacked. He gets sacked for about a 3-yard loss.
And their kid with the pink sweater is hurting.
He hit the ground right after the sack, and I can't tell what happened to him. You know, it almost got to be cramps. I wonder if it's this cold weather and they're cramping.
Could be.
Because as soon as he made that play,
He went down.
he hit the ground and started rolling around holding a leg, and I mean, he looked like he was seriously injured. But when the coach came out there, he started doing some of that, moving his toes back and forth, straightening the leg out stuff that you usually do when it's cramps.
Boyd's been on the field more than the offense, huh? He's
Man,
getting his workout, ain't he?
Boyd, if there's a shoe sponsor out there, they're sending the ambulance out, so maybe it is something serious. I apologize if it is. But Boyd, he may need some roller skates.
Because they're holding his leg and his knee.
Yeah, maybe, and I apologize if it was something. The way he hit the ground, I thought it was probably a cramp, but there's multiple members of the fire EMS group running out there. This time they've got the little ATV out on the field. They didn't drift it around the track this time.
But once again, we had that offense going a little bit, and this happens going to slow us down again.
Had a little rhythm going for a little bit. While we've got a minute, Redbird Gas, Bart Parker, thank you guys. Zia Auto Shop, the Whitmire family, the city of Eunice, Mayor Billy Hobbs, he's setting a couple of booths over from us. City manager, I know that Candy is sitting down there somewhere, Brito. She's got a senior that's on this team as well in Gio Chacon. She's the city clerk. And then, of course, all that city council, great people. Shout out to the spouse. She's one of them city council members.
They have something coming up for them, don't they? Meet the counselors, or?
Yeah, I think that's this week. They've got it's for the people that are running for election this time. It's.
I know yesterday, or was it Tuesday? Oh, it was Wednesday, I believe. They had the mayor's
debate thing. Yeah. So they had that on. Yeah, at the same time they
volleyball game.
and I know that there's always something going on, but they had it at the same time as the volleyball game, and so we were in San Diego. I was trying to watch Chloe's volleyball game. Erica actually had the debate going. We were trying to flip back and forth between debates and games, and then we were also supposed to be meeting a group over there from the New Mexico Junior College in San Diego for dinner. So we were trying to do all those things. Watched a little bit of it. Didn't get to watch it all, but shout out to Mayor Billy Hobbs and his opponent Don Owens. Don Owens lives a couple houses down from me, and he's also a good man. So both people, good men, trying to do better for the community. And so shout out to both of them. This week you'll have the council, the people that are running for council will have kind of the same type of deal, a debate, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, so City of Eunice, thank you guys. Cardinal Hardware, Ashley Davis, she's on that school board, and Chris Myers, he's on the city council. And so Miss Ortega and all the staff down there at Cardinal Hardware, Eunice Public Schools, Dwayne Haynes, Cynthia Sims, Rosendo, who's sitting here with us, Matt Coy, Kenny Reed, Ashley Davis, David Gallegos, and all the staff down there.
David Gallegos was actually in the stands in that.
Yeah, I saw him sitting
right
down
over there.
there. He's been sitting down there shivering all night, and so he's got his Eunice Cardinal jacket on, and may have to light us a fire here pretty soon. But the Eunice Health Clinic, Leanne Reeves, Brian, and Nikki Blevins, Elma Romero, Aaron Pascal, Yadi Frank, and all the crew. I know every time I start trying to name them off that I probably leave somebody out, but shout out to those guys. The Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer. Mr. Nogelmeyer sent me a message a while ago with the update on the JOW game, and so we know they're typically listening. We appreciate them. Brandon Matthews and crew. Devon Energy. Steve Almager Jared Armstrong, Bryce Jenkins, Ryan Dean, Mr. Ornalis, and all the crew down at Devon. You know, they employ a lot of folks around here. And not only do they employ a lot of folks, they do a lot of stuff like this for communities and get involved in community. And then, you know, being a major oil company in this area, they also put people to work, like a lot of these service companies that you hear us saying thank you to. You know, they rely on people like Devon Energy to be able to go to work every day. So we appreciate Devon and what they do. And then Parker Energy, Brett and Penny Parker, and those folks are just always been a huge supporter of Eunice Sports, Eunice schools, anything that's going on. So, and not to mention the fact that, you know, anytime I need something, they come running and help me right away. So we appreciate them. They're good people. They're my neighbors. And I got a great neighborhood. I mean, shoot, I look at this sponsor list. And, you know, of course, I've got the Parkers live across the street. I got the Nogelmeyers, Eunice Pump and Supply that live across the alley. I got the Matthews that live catty corner from me. I mean, half this
How'd
group.
you get in that neighborhood?
You know, I'm not real sure. There must have been some sort of mistake for letting me in there. But
Had to change that city ordinance on that.
That's right. That's right. They're going to have to put some zoning in or something to keep me from being able to get in over there. I'm thinking about, you know, dressing up in all black tonight and toilet paper in the neighborhood just for the heck of it. And then I'll post on Facebook tomorrow and say these dang kids need to get it together and they need to do something and keep this place safe because all these dang toilet papers out here making a mess of our community. So they have this young man, and I couldn't see him for the longest because they had Rescue 25 parked there where we couldn't see him. But they had this young man on the little stretcher board. And so we, you know, our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family, with this Hagerman Bobcat team. We never want to see anybody injured, and definitely not trying to make light of anything up here, just trying to kind of keep things going here in this kind of dead period as they're working on this gentleman. Looks like they're hustling back over to the ambulance, and so they're going to get Rescue 32 over here and get it over to the ambulance.
He's just throwing numbers out there. 32. We got that Magic Johnson out there, rescue man, going out there.
Eddie will have 32 ambulances tomorrow if you keep this up. Devin will probably buy him a new one too. I'm Chevron.
Competition, you can buy the
all
best
those
toys. Huh?
Yeah, all those companies will get him one. So
that's good.
Anyway, they're like I said, they're really slow in getting this young man off the field. So that worries me anytime they start doing that.
Real slow,
for
real
sure.
monotonous.
So 5:03 remaining in this game, and this whole game has went this way. You know, this EMS crew's been out on the field at least 3 times.
They're burning their money tonight.
Yeah, and I know that we've had to stop play tonight. I bet 8-10 times for injuries between the two teams. It has just been a strange game. Even stranger when you look over at that scoreboard. 28-28. You say they have an air splint on him? Yeah. So it looks like some sort of leg injury. Got an air splint on the young man. Eunice already up to the line of scrimmage. Rolling left is Pierce. He looks down the field. He's got a man here. That's Thompson. Thompson.
Fumble. Oh, it's calling a dead ball.
Thompson picked up about 3-4 yards, then jumped and started hopping around going backwards, and so he of the probably 4 or 5 that he picked up, then he ended up losing a couple back to the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be third and Eunice going to take a timeout. I don't blame him. 4:27, 6, 5, 4, 3. I mean, the clock is just ticking away on this timeout, and now the refs are blowing and telling them to stop it. So let's send it back to the station for 30 seconds and a word from our sponsors.
You're clear.
Someone has a bullhorn out there. Somebody, get off the rail.
Yeah, they've tried real hard this year to get the student section involved. I know Obi's on the student council, and the student council's talked about it a lot.
10.
Trying to get the student section back in, but if you notice the last 2 games at the volleyball games, they've made them sit down and be quiet. And but Miss Davis has tried to do a
3,
Good job of
2,
letting them
1,
do some things.
go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Eunice, where the home crowd is in shock. The visiting crowd is, I mean, they look like,
Ecstatic.
yeah, I mean, they're pumped up and ready to go over there, all 6 of them. And it's 28-28. Hagerman, you know, basically, as bad as you hate to say it, in control of this game. Eunice now has the ball. They've got 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Empty backfield. Here comes
Busted
everybody.
Oh, that's intentionally grounding.
They never called the ball dead.
Dead.
They're gonna. There's a flag back there. I'm sure it's going to be intentional grounding, which would be, I think it's a loss of downs as well.
Correct. And we can't argue that because there was no receiver near there.
So I'm not real sure what the call is going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be an intentional grounding call. You know, every time we go empty backfield, when we go empty backfield, they bring, oh, it's a holding. So it's a holding call on us. That's probably better than intentional grounding, because if they take it, we'll get 3rd down all over again. 4:20 in Colorado. 4:20 here in Eunice.
I didn't get it for a second. Like, Colorado, I get it now. I'm a little slow now. My
So they're going to decline it. It's going to be 4th down.
So we're going to punt. We're going to go for it. 'Cause
We're
it's
gonna
4th
go
and
for
11.
it. It's 4th and 11. Ball spotted at the 45. Eunice is going to go for it. Got a message saying that it looks like a serious leg injury to that young man, possibly a broken leg. Empty backfield. I'd be surprised if we don't see the, oh my goodness. I think everybody on the offensive line moved, and then all the cheerleaders moved, and there was a couple of people up in the fans and the bleachers that moved. So
He needs to come in. That's not good right there. We need character. 53.
there's flags everywhere. We picked up 1 flag.
We can both off, I guess, huh?
So what? 4:19. I don't
know.
3
I'm confused.
receivers to the right, 2 to the left. They've got that empty backfield again. Let's see if they bring everybody. Man, we got an early start, but we'll take it.
Get off him.
Oh my gosh, did he bring it in? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, Zeke Benton. Zeke Benton with a heck of an athletic move. Tried to, man, he almost hauled it in, and he lost the ball as he hit the ground.
Hit the ground hard.
Man, he hit it
Just
hard,
came out of his
twisted
hands.
in the air the way it landed.
But he was pretty much covered, but that was a good throw on Pierce's part, and he just couldn't come down with it.
That's going to be a turnover on downs. 4:12 remain in this game.
And Hagerman has a very good position, very good spot in the
Hagerman
field, man.
in Eunice territory, ball at the 45. This could get real interesting for the Eunice Cardinals here. Ball spotted at the 45. Here they go. They've run a couple of things out of this play. One of them is that little quick pass play. Another one is a handoff to that guy going up the middle, and then they faked that and ran a little quarterback around the end. So I'm guessing that one of those 3 things is what's going to come out of this, unless they've got some sort of wrinkle in the pocket that we haven't seen.
Oh, they ran into each other. Wide open.
Oh, he dropped it. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Quarterback had a wide open receiver running behind us.
Our strong safeties are biting in so much, and that was a perfect throw on the quarterback. He just slipped his hands. That was a touchdown all the way. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we get a Eunice gets a huge break right there. That in all likelihood that should have put Hagerman up 6 right there, but instead it's still 28-28 after the incomplete pass had 6 written all over it.
It was too good to be true for Hagerman, huh?
Yep, 2nd and 10. Ball still to 45 after the incomplete pass. 4:06 remains here in the game.
And the defense looks real stiff out there, just standing around.
Man, I'm stiff, and I'm sitting up here shivering in the booth. So here they come in that same formation.
Stay back, strong safety.
They run the same play.
Ooh.
And a good catch and a good play by Kevin Garcia. He comes up and hits the offensive receiver as he catches it. The guy holds on to it.
Kept it from getting a first down.
Yep. So that's going to make it third, and we'll call it 2. Ball's now spotted at the 37-yard line.
Wow.
3:40 and ticking.
Wow.
I would guess that Hagerman does not want to give Eunice the ball back here, because that would be – and here they come in that same formation. This time I would say the keeper or the little handoff. Oh, no, they're going to run the same dang play. They just twisted it again. Oh, and they dropped the pass again. Oh, my.
The kid was wide open, too.
Hagerman struggling to hang on to the ball. That time it was number 15. That's another senior.
That's our best defense right now. They're not catching the ball. That's our best defense we have right now. Yeah.
Our
Get them boys some gloves.
21 left in the game. It's 28-28.
And it's 4th down for Hagerman.
4th and a long 2. Ball spotted at the 37.
And their fans are going crazy.
They've ran the same play like 3 times in a row. Ran it twice to one side and once to the other. And they're lined up in it again.
And the same thing.
Which I don't blame them. They've had an open receiver every time. They just haven't been able to catch it. So here we go. Here's the play. They pitch it out this time. They're going to run it. And we may have stopped him. It's close.
He fell forward.
But see, look at the spot over here, though. It's
oh, the one on the far end? Oh, he's short
guy.
by a yard.
Yeah, I think he's
short by a yard.
I don't.
Okay, we got this guy spotting here, that guy spotting over there.
Yeah, you've got people in the middle of the field trying to spot, but this is your spotter over
They're
here.
going to measure it.
This guy spotting the ball. And the guy out in the center.
They might throw a flag on the Eunice.
Man, I tell you, it's just so hard this year.
We call it like it is, guys.
Yeah, you know, you set up here and you try to just the linesman out here spotting the ball, and the people in the center of the field ain't even listening to him.
Hindsight's 2020. It won't make a difference if the Eunice Cardinal offense cannot do nothing with this.
So here we go. I think he's going to be short about 6 inches.
Let's see it is.
He's short. I think he's short.
I don't know.
We got our whole team piled up in the way, but I think he's short. He's short. He's short by probably 4 inches. I don't know what that coach is looking at. The coach over there jumping around acting like he's not short, but I mean he's short by about 4 inches. I mean, so Eunice is going to take over here, 1st and 10.
That's a good stop again by the defense, but we have to have the offense.
3:16 remaining in the game. Eunice has a chance to finish this off in what has been all I can call as an ugly, ugly football game. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Here comes the snap. It wasn't a good snap. They fake it. Oh, my goodness.
Did he fall by himself?
Pierce slips and falls down.
What?
Oh, my goodness. So Pierce.
What's the rules for overtime if it goes there?
It's 3 minutes and ticking. 28-28. What? Are they talking to us?
I have no idea.
I could. 2:50 remaining here in the game. The clock is ticking. Pierce back in the shotgun. He's going to throw it down the field. He's got Benton down the middle. He's all the way out to the 50.
Don't do nothing crazy.
He signals
just
the
hand
first
the ball.
down.
Hand the ball to the ref, dude.
And then
Good
throws
job,
the
George.
ball on the ground. George runs over and Jorge Ontiveros runs over and picks the ball up and hands it to the ref. So that's going to make it 1st down. 2:40 and ticking.
That's some character out there. And they're running around still.
2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Pierce and Garcia in the backfield. They snap it, looking deep all the way again here. Pierce is going to tuck it and run. He's got some room. He's knocked out of bounds, but after he picks up about 12, 13 yards, it's going to be 1st down. He also is going to stop the clock with 2:16 remaining in the game. Eunice has a little momentum going here.
That's the second 1st down.
So ball spotted at the 37. Eunice back to the line of scrimmage already. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Pierce and Garcia in the backfield. They hand it to Garcia this time up the middle. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to pick up about 5. Clock is going to continue to tick. It's down inside 2:10.
You got another hurt player for Hagerman. He's not getting up.
The clock is still running. Now they're going to stop the clock.
For a hurt player.
For a hurt player. So he's going to have to come off the field. That's one of those, Hagerman and their track team has got all these shot put discus throwers that are freaking monsters, and that's one of them right there. 2 minutes, we're at the 2-minute warning if we had one. Eunice back to the line of scrimmage. Second, we'll call it 6. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Pearson Garcia in the backfield. He's looking deep the whole way. He's going to throw it across the middle. He's got Stinson.
Oh, he dropped the ball.
Oh, my goodness, it was almost intercepted by the Bobcats. That stops the clock with 1:55 remaining here in the game. 3rd down and 7 is what the board shows.
Wow. Speechless, Jones. I'm speechless.
We gotta work on that first down right now. Need
convert a first down.
At least a few yards. Trips over here to the left. 2 receivers right. Empty backfield with Pierce. I was thinking he was just going to tuck it and run it, but he's not. He's going to throw it down the field, and oh my goodness, what a catch.
Incomplete. He said incomplete over there.
Oh, the far.
He's saying incomplete. This one's saying complete. So
the far ref was saying incomplete. The ref on this side was saying complete, and they're moving it back. So.
And the ref on the far end, it's his call, and it was a good call. He made a very good call.
1:49 remain here in this game, 28-28.
4th down, this is ball game.
4th down and 7, and the bad thing is you don't convert this, then Hagerman gets the ball back.
Correct.
With
your math is right.
With just under 2 minutes to go, you got to get rid of it.
Sacked.
He throws it away, and it goes to nobody. So Hagerman is now going to have 1:43, and Pierce is real slow getting up. Hagerman now gets the ball back. Woohoo, man.
I'll go back to what I said earlier. We can give him the ball at the 5-yard line if we can't convert.
Sponsors, thank you guys. Parker Energy, Devon Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, the City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, Redbird Gas. Thank you guys for bringing everybody back home this game. 1:43 remaining, 28-28. Eunice scrambling players on late here. They're coming out of that same formation. They're going to run the same play again. They ran it all 4 downs, I think, the last time. Hagerman now scrambling players out onto the field, and that was a fake. He ran out. Well, there he is. So here we go.
Timeout, Hagerman.
Man, I don't know what he's. Timeout Hagerman with 1:43.
There was a little confusion on their side.
Man, I tell you, this game has been a rough one for everybody.
It's a long, cold, bitter night.
It's been a long day for me, and this game has been a long one.
You woke up in California and ended up in New Mexico, huh?
At 4 o'clock in the morning in California. So anyway, it's been a long day.
It's been a long game and uneventful.
Just the first quarter for the Cardinals was pretty good, and then the wheels fell off. And I don't know that they've ever. I mean, we've had some good moments the rest of the game, but we haven't put any good runs together. We just haven't looked very good.
We haven't.
I mean, that's the reality. You can sugarcoat it all you want, but the reality is we just have not looked very good. So here they come. They're in that same formation. Every time except one pitch, he's ran that same little pass play. Here it is. He's going to run it again. That's the same play.
All day again. Oh, good hit.
And a incomplete pass. A good play there by Stinson. Sean Stinson comes up, puts a hit on the receiver right as he's trying to catch it. That'll stop the clock again at 1:36. 28-28. We're 1:36, 1:36 from this game being over or going into overtime, one or the other. Have absolutely no idea how overtime in high school football works anymore. Don't know the last time I saw one.
I don't remember seeing the last time we were tied with Hagerman.
Yeah. So it's
nothing against Hagerman. I apologize. I didn't mean that anyway.
It's going to be 2nd and 10 from, we'll call it the 34. And now they've changed formations, actually. They're going to have trips over to the left, one over here to the right.
That looks like the Eunice offense.
Yeah, they're looking down the field. They've got some time. They throw it across the middle. They've got a man open. He's down to the 45, going to get out to midfield. He's going to pick up a first down, which will stop the clock long enough for him to spot the ball, move the chains. 1:28 left on the clock. First down, Hagerman. Ball spotted right at the 50-yard line.
That's a missed assignment there. He just came into the middle of the defensive there and just got the ball.
So here we go again. Trips over to the left, one out here to the right. I would guess you'll see the same play again because they ain't had time to change much.
Watch
Yeah,
this, yeah,
that's
they
the
break it
same
up.
play. They throw it right to the same guy, right across the middle. He's got some running room.
Oh, did you see that
And there
hit?
was a hit on Gio Chacon. He got laid out by the guy from Hagerman, and he can't
he
stand
stand
up.
up.
He's running to the wrong huddle.
It was a legal hit.
Some finals in Lee County. Lovington 48, Silver 16, Tatum 34, Logan 8. So thank you to our friends from the Hobbs News Sun getting us that information. Lovington 48, Silver 16, Tatum 34, Logan 8. Hagerman back to the line of scrimmage, 55 seconds and ticking. Trips right.
They're going for the win
Quarterback
here.
back in the backfield. He's going to pick up a few yards. Got some people from the Cardinals slow to get up. The clock is still ticking. Hawkins was slow getting up there,
yeah.
as well as Jorge Ontiveros, a little slow, but 35 seconds and ticking. Hagerman going to go back into the huddle.
Oh, no, they're coming out of the huddle.
Now they run out of the huddle. Two receivers right, two to the left. Hawkins runs off the field and collapses over on the sideline looking hurt. Ovi Ontiveros is after him, can't get to him. An incomplete pass will stop the clock with 20 seconds.
Our defense looks confused right now when they're passing the ball like that.
Ovi, Jorge Ontiveros, and Granados were putting some pressure on the quarterback that time, so he got rid of it before he wanted to, and it was a good thing because he had that man open, and before he come out of the break, the ball was already in the air, and he just, he wasn't quite ready for it that early.
I wouldn't take those three out right now.
No.
No. Even if they don't play a position, you see they're swapping positions now.
Yeah, they're jumping back and forth one side to the other. So third down, and we'll call it 7. Ball spotted at about the 34-yard line. Hagerman has trips out to the left, one out here to the right. Quarterback's in the shotgun. He takes it. He's looking down the field.
Oh, he's
he throws
down.
it, the guy's down, and that'll run the clock. 15 seconds. The clock is ticking. I think Hagerman's going to be content with – well, the clock stopped.
Because his knee was down, right?
Yeah, but why would the clock stop?
That's Billy.
Oh, they must have called a timeout, and we just hadn't got a signal.
No, the play was already in. No. Well,
there's no reason to stop the clock.
Oh, he's going to kick a field goal.
They're going to send their kicker onto the field. The clock is ticking. And I bet you Hagerman don't have any timeouts. They used a jillion of them today. Now we got to.
What are we doing?
I don't know. There's 2 seconds left. The officials have now, they stopped it earlier, then they told them to run it, and now they've stopped it again, and now they've stopped the clock to allow their kicker to run out on the field. I've never seen such nonsense. They are stopping the clock to allow their kicker to get set up. Our coaching staff is. Okay, so now they're saying they timeout white.
What?
So now they're saying that Hagerman's called a timeout. This would be a 56-yard field goal.
For the win.
For the win here. 56-yarder.
A little small breeze from the northeast actually.
And they're going to try a 56-yard field goal here to win the ball game. Here's the snap. The ball's placed. It is not even going to get close.
Why don't we have somebody
Go
back
pick
there?
it up. Go pick it up. Can you?
Yeah.
Man, I'm screaming on the thing. I think you can. In college football, you can do that. Run. And he is running and going.
And nobody's blowing anything, so.
No, they can't blow it dead. I don't know if you can advance one in high school football, but in college you can.
They're still talking about it.
Oh, my goodness. He just ran the kickoff. So Hagerman tried a field goal of 56 yards. It landed about the 5 and actually skipped backwards.
Yeah, it's like a punt.
Yes, and the Eunice player picked it up. The Hagerman players were already walking off the field. I thought I heard whistles blowing out in the center, but the Eunice player ran it all the way back.
What?
And now there's a huge argument. The Eunice coaches are livid. the Eunice fans are liable to.
Yeah,
Man.
it's
Wow.
man, this is getting crazy.
Yeah, the Eunice faithful here is not happy about
It
this.
started off with the time being stopped, and then they called a timeout, not a timeout.
Oh my gosh! Now they're saying there's an inadvertent whistle, so they're saying they're going to let them replay the down and kick it again.
No, I would petition this game right now.
Oh wow! Oh wow! See, they're lining up. They're going to kick it
Yes.
again.
No. Wow.
Oh man!
Wow.
So Hagerman's going to get another shot at this same play because the officiating crew said they blew an inadvertent whistle. And this one's going to be close. The Cardinals play it. They catch it in the end zone. The clock is out. And they're not going to make it this time.
This is ridiculous, man.
Man, I'm
I've never seen this before, man.
I'm trying real hard to watch my tongue on what I say. So anyway, it's 28-28. The clock is out. Man, I am just completely puzzled here. I mean, we've got multiple booths beside us that are like newspaper, and then you've got the coaches from different places lined up down the side, and I mean everybody up here is banging on their head and screaming out the window in the booth. So they're saying they're going to take a 3-minute break, and then the game's going to overtime. Both coaches from both sides are out in the field. Looks like they're hollering at officials. And
it's not us.
Man, yeah, I'm trying real hard to say positive things, positive things, woosah and all that good stuff. I mean, wow. Parker Energy, thank you guys. Devon Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, the City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, Redbird Gas. This game is going to overtime.
I don't know.
And I've just never quite seen something unfold like that. But I'm going to leave it at that because I know that that's what I'm supposed to do in some folks' eyes. So 2:14 and ticking on this 3-minute little intermission type thing they're going to have.
I'm just a bit confused, but
Eunice is going to have to. They're going to have to wake up now.
This whole game been confusing because nobody's scored. Eunice has not been played good. Hagerman has 10,000 players hurt. It's just first half 28.
Yeah. There's no points been scored in a long time.
So how many overtimes can we go to?
I have no idea. No idea what there's. Somebody out there listening that knows how many overtimes we can play. Let me know because I don't know how it works.
I think Giles scored more points than both of ours combined.
Oh yeah.
Giles scored 54 points.
Yeah. Yeah. This is. I mean, the reality of the matter is, you can sugarcoat things all you want, but this has been an ugly football game. It's been an ugly football game in a whole lot of ways, but now we've got a tie football game in overtime.
District game.
A district game, which is huge. I mean, absolutely huge, because, Hagerman wins this ball game, and Eunice is in a real bind. I mean, can you imagine Eunice losing this football game and having to go on the road in the first round of the playoffs?
Which they haven't done in the last.
Because I don't think you can be ranked ahead of somebody that beats you in district play. So that would mean Eunice would have to, I think, unless they've changed things, Eunice would have to be ranked below Hagerman if Hagerman beats them in district. And so Eunice would end up likely on the road in the state playoffs, going to play one of the top 4 or 5 ranked teams in the state. I mean, this could get real crazy.
Yeah.
And for that, I mean, Eunice has not played well here today. I mean, they have not played well.
They have not played at all, Coach.
28
Hagerman has played good. They lost their quarterback. He came back after the start off in the third half. third quarter, and they performed. Eunice is not on their offensive side, has not done anything. Yes, Eunice let them score 28 points on them, but their defense settled down, played defense the last 2 quarters, showed up play. Their offense has not showed up at all. Hate to say it, I'm calling it what it is, man.
So here we go. They're walking out onto the field here. I guess they're have their little quarter flip thing and
Quarter flip thing.
yeah.
Thank you. I'm
I,
shivering. I'm cold too.
Yeah, it's cold. I got thermals on. I got multiple jackets on, and I've got man. I tell you, I'm looking forward to a comfy bed tonight for sure. Eunice next week will travel to Loving for the final regular season game of the year, so we'll be going over there one way or the other, no matter what happens here tonight. Once again, I want to shout out to our volleyball team, ranked in the top 10 right now. They're 12-3. They picked up a big district win this week over Tatum, picked up another win over 4A Lovington, and then they will play Dora tomorrow. So shout out.
At 11, correct?
Yes, at 11. Once again, that Eunice, whatever days, what the heck, they're having that tomorrow starting at 9 a.m. here in Eunice.
The trade days or
Trade days, yes.
and in the Sean Berry
And then the
fundraiser?
Sean Berry Memorial and the fundraiser stuff going on tomorrow. So big day here in Eunice tomorrow. A lot of stuff going on. Looks like the Cardinals won the toss and are going to receive the kickoff. And, man, we've got to have something here from the offense. That's all there is to it. So the student section shooting off some glitter guns. I guess they needed something to get exciting about because they hadn't had anything since the first quarter.
So what are they doing all back there at the field goal?
Man, you got me. Maybe I'm –
What? They play defense first, coach.
wow. At the 10? So, I'm lost. I got absolutely no
defense out there.
idea what's going on here. It looks to me like they're set up. They're
Play
going to
defense.
spot the ball at the 10-yard line. So I'm assuming – turn that thing down there where they're at real quick so we can – so we pointed it down here just so you guys can kind of see it. But they have spotted the ball at the 10-yard line. They're it looks to me like they're going to do some of that old school college football overtime stuff where they give Hagerman an opportunity to score. They're going to have it with 4 plays at the 10 and an opportunity to score. And then Eunice will, I guess, turn around and get an opportunity to score. I'm assuming. I have absolutely no idea what these overtime rules are anymore for high school football.
Well, the defense ran out eager. The Eunice defense ran out real eager to play, so it's a good sign.
So they're going to come out in that same little setup that they've been running. So I would look for either the pitch out to this running back or that little pass play. And those are the 2 things that I'd be ready for right here. Oh, and there's an offside. So that'll scoot them back, which is big for the Cardinals. So that'll make it 1st and 15 from the 15-yard line, or it should.
Or it don't count.
Had an inadvertent whistle. All right, let's see what they do here. I got a
False start, yes.
false start. So they're going to move them back to the 15.
It's a good start.
So that gives the Cardinals a little bit more room to play some defense here. I would anticipate that Hagerman will come out in the same set. That seems to be what they've done the last, with the exception
And
of
he's
maybe
been real
3 or 4
effective.
plays. They've ran that same set.
It's been real effective against his defense.
Yes.
So
So let's see. Here it comes. Yeah, they're going to walk up there all tight. I mean, this is old school Dave Lynn setup. Feet to feet. Everybody in there, power football. Now, they've ran a pass play out of this multiple times. They do
Get
the
'em.
little pitch out this time. Got a whole
Good
bunch
job.
of people after him.
With them big boys,
Granado's
52
running
and
him down along with Jorge
Jorge.
Ontiveros. So Antonio Granados does most of it. Jorge Ontiveros,
cleans it up.
he always tells us that he may be number 52 on the field, but he's number 1 in our hearts. He gets in there and cleans up and then gives it the old Zeke from the Cowboys eating thing to keep feeding him. Or maybe it's James Harden, but anyway, one of them. So there's no time on the clock. This is a weird deal. It's another loss there. So now their ball's back at the 16-yard line.
And our crowd's not making no noise. You should be going crazy right now.
Man, our crowd is silent.
They're just here to-
but I don't, it's cold. So here we go. It's second down
And their offense looks confused. They're going the way.
and about 17. They're going to send 2 receivers out to the left, 2 to the right. This is a different kind of, the way they're set up is a little different than the way they've been setting up. Yeah, so here they go. They're going to try to,
Ovi blocked that.
Ovi jumps up and blocks it.
His first block of the year.
George Ortega was right in his face, and when they try to reverse pass, and as the receiver came around and took the reverse, then he was going to throw it out to the other side. And when he went to throw it, Ovi Ontiveros jumped up in the air and looked like he was a shot blocker in a basketball game, and he said, "Not in my house."
I thought he was going to grab it with one hand. He goes, no, 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 no.
Yes, no, not in my house. So that makes it third down and 17.
That's good out there. The Crasher gone crazy with that.
So here they come. They've got that 2 to the right, 2 to the left formation going again. So they've got out of that stuff they were running. Here they go. They're running this. They're trying to get it this way. Bunch of pressure on their quarterback. He throws it down, and he completes the pass.
Is it complete? Yes.
And that's all the way down inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line. So that's going to be huge for Hagerman there. That's a big play for them. It's going to be fourth down. Ball is spotted at the 8. So they've spotted it right at the 8-yard line.
Yep, they got the guy with the pink sweater out there.
Yep, so here goes Hagerman. They tried a field goal a while ago from 56. Now they're going to try one from, see, it's the 15, so it'll be a 25-yard field goal here. 25-yard field goal for what could be the game winner. The way I understand it, Eunice would still get a.
He makes him spot that. Good job, ref. He made him put the T where it needs to go.
So 28-28. Here goes the snap, and the kick
is no good.
And it looked like he missed it.
Oh. He called it good over there. So it's good.
Oh, man, the Eunice coaching staff is out on the field again.
Yeah. One says good.
One ref said good. The other one said no good. So you got 2 refs. They're still arguing out there. The refs are now meeting in the end zone, and they are arguing because one ref says it's good. The other one says it's no good.
They're arguing hard with each other.
Look at arguing.
So it's no good then.
Man, I've never seen that.
I've never
the
seen
2 referees were literally, you could see their heads bouncing back and forth, arguing with each other, and now they've said it's no good. The Hagerman coaching staff is now out on the field, headed to see the crew.
So what happened? Oh, the offense gets out there now.
I guess Eunice's offense now will get a chance at the 10.
Oh, the Boston play, get out there, Eunice.
Yeah, they spotted it.
The Hagerman defense is confused right now.
So here we go. Eunice has a chance in overtime. 2 receivers to the right. They've got that little full backfield thing in the backfield. I'm expecting a handoff. There goes Ortega. He cuts it back. He's still on his feet down inside to the 5, maybe the 6-yard line. So he picks up about 3, maybe 4. That was scary looking.
That was scary looking.
I thought the ball came out of his hands at one point. But he picks up about, like I said, about 3, maybe 4 yards. Looks like they're spotting it at about the 7, so we'll call it 3 yards.
Why is the offense moving so slow? We have a player coming off limping. Kevin's going in.
So Ortega comes off. Kevin Garcia goes on. Looks like there's some confusion on the Eunice sideline. The Eunice faithful are screaming to come on.
Do you get timeouts over and overtime?
You're going to have 4 receivers to the right, 1 out to the left.
Don't get fancy. Just run the ball in, boys.
They're going to pitch it off. No, they faked that little pitch handoff. Here goes Pierce. He's plowing through, and he's all the way down into the end zone for the touchdown, and Eunice wins on a touchdown run by Conacher Pierce in overtime. The Cardinals have been the cardiac Cardinals for sure here. but they are going to win the football game here.
The official's blowing the whistle. Something's going on.
So now we've got another debate going on between the officials. We'll wait and see what happens because I don't know.
There, he's talking to the coach.
So the officials are having a discussion with the coach.
No.
Now they're signaling that the game is over. So, wow, what a game. I'll leave it at that. I won't say a whole lot because I know it shouldn't. So I won't. We want to thank everyone for listening to another night of Eunice Cardinal football on the Knollmark Broadcast Network. Thank you to EB and Tiff back at the station. Thanks to Aaron and TJ for making this happen. We want to thank our sponsors, Devon Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware and Lumber, the City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, Redbird Gas. We could not bring this broadcast to those unable to attend without you. Any thoughts before we call it a night?
My worries about this football game, Micah Tippett came out early in the game. That made a big difference on our offense. Defensive side, we need to focus, buckle down. It's playoff time, guys. And my hands out to Hagerman. They played a good game against tonight. And Eunice played not that good of a game, a rough game, yes, sir.
For Rosendo Caballero, Charlie Fairbrush, and the crew, I'm Jimmy Jones saying good night, everyone. We will be back next week from Loving, New Mexico. Thank you for listening, and good night.
You're clear.
We made it through another one.
Thank you, man.
Have a good night back at the station. We appreciate you.
You too, and congratulations.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.